Johnson Wax Program with Fibber McGee and Molly. The makers of Johnson's Wax products for home and industry present Fibber McGee and Molly with Bill Thompson, Gail Gordon, Arthur Q. Bryan, and me, Harlow Wilcox. The script is by Don Quinn and Phil Leslie. The music by the Kingsmen and Billy Mills Orchestra. I see by the papers that more than 1 million newlyweds are setting up homes this year. Well, besides wishing you luck, may I say this. Whether you live in an 8-room house, a small apartment, or even one room, the regular use of Johnson's Wax will make your new home a much more beautiful place. If you've never waxed a floor, say, you'll be delighted with its shining, wax-polished beauty. But don't stop with your floors. Perhaps you have an antique china cabinet or an old sideboard or bookcase you picked up somewhere. These pieces may look dull now, but a protective coat of Johnson's Wax will give them a bright, glowing sparkle you'll be proud of. All through your home, there are other things that need waxing with Johnson's Wax. Your new furniture, of course. Not to mention 100 other things like windowsills, tabletops, radios, and leather goods, whose smooth, richly polished appearance all adds up to shining beauty for your home. Use it regularly, won't you? Ask for Johnson's Wax, paste, liquid, or cream. When a woman sees her so-called better half coming dashing up the front walk, hatless and wild-eyed, a newspaper in his hand, she can be safe in assuming that something has popped or is about to. That's the situation right now at 79 West Vista as we join Fibber McGee and Molly.
Heavenly days, look at the lad run. He hasn't moved that fast since he got his muffler caught in taxi cab door. I wonder what...
Give me $1, quick. This is the last day. Hurry up, kiddo. Give me $1. Get me an envelope. Hurry.
Now, calm down, McGee. Take it easy. This is the last day for what? Or is it just the last day?
It's the last day to send in $1. Hurry up. Give me $1 bill. Give me an envelope. I gotta send $1.
Now, wait a minute. Stop hopping around. Count to 10 and then tell Mother.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Look. When I saw this ad in the Gazette...
Now, McGee,
Huh?
you're approaching age, dearie, when your blood pressure's entitled to some consideration.
Yeah, but...
You must learn to take things a little easy.
Yeah, but...
Now, relax. Nothing is this important.
Yeah, but...
So you saw an ad in the Gazette?
Yeah.
You have to send somebody $1 for something.
Yeah.
Now then for what?
Look, we gotta quit stalling around. We're wasting time. This is the last day. This ad says... Wait a minute, I'll show you.
Yeah.
Here it is. Look. It says, attention. Last day. Send $1 to box 217, Wistful Vista Gazette.
Yeah.
Well, don't you understand? This is the last day. It says so.
Yeah, but what do you get for your $1?
Why, you get a... It says it's the last day to... I mean, if we don't... Hey, that's funny. It don't say what it's for.
Sweetheart, I never thought I'd have to explain the facts of life to you after all these years. Well, that's a racket.
What? It is?
Certainly. Didn't you read where they arrested a man for that?
No.
He just puts his ad in and waits for the gullible to send in their money.
Well, what do you know? That's pretty clever, ain't it? I'd have thought of that. That's my trouble. I'm always on the wrong end of a promotion.
And I'm glad of it. As it is, the shadiest thing you've ever been in was a picnic grove. Well, now that we've taken care of that and saved $1, is there anything else new in the paper?
Nah, just the usual stuff. Election news, labor trouble, football scores, politics, tickets, and fun.
Whose picture is that on page 3?
Huh? What? Oh, Ronald Coleman.
My favorite actor. You know, I went to see Aerosmith so many times. I started using ether for perfume. What's the news about him?
Nothing much. Says he's got to get away from Hollywood for rest. Says he's...
Come in. Mr. McGee here.
I'm Mr. McGee, bud. Take your business briefly. I'm a busy man.
Telegram. I'll take it. Thank you. Sign here.
Okay. There you are. Well, what are you waiting for?
I realize, sir, that the custom of offering gratuities for services rendered is considered undemocratic and inclined to undermine the spirit of free enterprise, but who am I to fly in the face of established tradition?
What's this little mug talking about?
What's a tip?
Huh? Oh! I get it. Well, here you are, bud. Here's a dime.
A dime? Gee, won't mother be pleased? Now I can get her that string of polo ponies.
10 cents sure looks big to kids his age, don't it? He thinks he can buy horses with it. I remember when I was a lad,
The telegram's under here. Open it up.
Oh, I can't open it. It ain't addressed to me. It just says, oh, my God. This isn't a coincidence. It says, Ronald Coleman, care of Mr. and Mrs. Fibber McGee, 79 Wistful Vista. Hold for arrival.
Hold for right. What's that? Ronald Coleman coming here?
Looks like it.
But why? He doesn't even know it's you.
He knows me. I got his autograph once at the Union Station. I told him if you ever wanted to get away for a good rest, drop in for a week or so. I say, this is jolly good of him, old girl. What? Be rousing sport, won't it? Showing the old tap about the village.
You've been playing too much pool, dearie. Some of the English has come off on you. But what I don't understand, McGee, is just why.
Right. That must be the pricer now. Put on a pot of tea, old thing, and have the charwoman tidy up the tea.
I'll believe this when I see it. Come in. You can hurry back from Amsterdam East now, my lordship. Dr. Gamble.
Really? The physician's cap? Good day, old boy. Glad you could pip in, Pop-Pop. I mean, glad you could pop in, pip-pip.
What goes on here? You've been giving him English muffins for breakfast, Molly? Or did the dentist sell him a London Brit?
No, he's expecting a visit from Ronald Coleman, Doctor. Apparently this Bond Street brogue is his idea of hospitality.
I say, old kumquat, have a chat. We'll have a spot of pico and a jolly old vino, what?
The Johnson Wax Program with Fibber McGee and Molly. The makers of Johnson's Wax products for home and industry present Fibber McGee and Molly with Bill Thompson, Gail Gordon, Arthur Q. Bryan, Lee Benaderet, and me, Harlow Wilcox. The script is by Don Quinn and Phil Leslie. The music by the King's Men and Billy Mills Orchestra. Remember that fairy story in which the brownies came into the shoemaker's shop every night and did the shoemaker's work for him? Well, you know, there's a touch of that brownie business in the way Johnson's Glow Coat keeps your linoleum sparkling and clean. It's true, you do a little of the work yourself. You apply Glow Coat to your floor. But while your back is turned and you go about your other work, Glow Coat dries to a beautiful, lasting wax polish, all by itself, almost like that brownie magic. There's no rubbing or buffing at all. With Johnson's self-polishing Glow Coat, you simply apply and let dry. And it's so easy to keep your linoleum and other floors clean and bright with Glow Coat. Dirt and spilled things can be wiped up in no time from the shining, wax-polished surface. But look, for a really lasting shine, be sure to ask for Johnson's self-polishing Glow Coat. This is the day of Wistful Vista's big football classic, the game between Wistful Vista Prep and unbeaten Mohawk Military. And the squire of number 79 has invented a new play which should turn the trick this year for the local heroes. He's still working on it as we meet Fibber McGee and Molly.
Now, then, let me see. Webster centers the ball to Adams. Adams snaps it to Freed. Freed fakes a lateral to Bodkin. Bodkin secrets.
Beverly Days, McGee, are you still working on that football play?
You said it, babe. I got a gimmick worked out here that'll make football history.
Maybe you haven't read the papers, dearie. The sports writers all say that our chances are slimmer than the flagpole.
Ah, them sports writers. What do they know about football? There's a dad rat busy running an adjective down a broken field of infinitives. They don't know a double wing back from a coffee formation.
Don't you mean a tea formation?
Tea, coffee, buttermilk. They still don't know. Now, you see, when the ball is out of play on the 20-yard line...
Now, look, sweetheart, don't get technical with me.
Huh?
I don't understand football.
Well, all you got to do...
I'll never know why 22 men can get so excited about booting the skin of a pig down 100 yards of frozen real estate, while 10,000 pot-bellied alumni slap each other with chrysanthemums.
You mean you don't want to see this game today?
Why, I wouldn't miss it for all the corn and radio.
It's taking in a lot of territory. You better not miss it either, because this new play I worked out is going to make me famous. Remember when I went to the big football rally last week?
Yeah.
Well, when I walks in and tells Coach McHale about my new play and how it was going to revolutionize the football racket, you know what he says?
What'd he say?
He says, how'd you get in here again?
And you said?
I says, look, empty helmet. Yes. For 15 years, Wistful Vista has had so many goose eggs on the scoreboard, you could make an omelet big enough to cover Australia. And he says, so what?
A good question.
So I explains the play to him. He got so excited about it, he didn't know what he was doing and had me thrown out.
Then he hasn't got the play after all.
Yeah, I mailed it to him. Registered mail. That protects me in case I want to get it patented.
Well, if you mailed it to him last week, why are you still working on it?
Because there's one little angle to it I don't quite understand myself.
Oh?
It's a very tricky thing. You see, when the...
It's for you, McGee.
How do you know?
I was reading ahead.
Hello, McGee speaking. Huh? Oh, Coach McHale. Hi, Pop. Huh? What do you mean you don't understand the play? Well, look, Pop, it's all diagrammed out on page 22. Read the footnotes. Read the footnotes, and you'll see what I mean. Footnotes, that is. My gosh, Pop, a 3-year-old child could understand it. Huh? Okay, call me back anytime.
What'd he say?
Says he has a child, but it's only 2 years old, so he thinks he'll wait.
Maybe he doesn't want your play, dearie.
Oh, he'll want it, all right. I've told it all over town. I sent him the winning play, and if he don't use it today and we get licked, why, he couldn't get a job coaching hopscotch in a nursery school. After all the trouble I went through.
Come in. Oh, it's Elsie from the beauty parlor. Hello, Elsie.
Hi, Elsie.
Hello, Mr. McGee and Mrs. McGee. I just stopped in to ask you, was your appointment for 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock this afternoon? Because we're closing at noon on account of the football game.
Oh, my goodness, Elsie. I forgot to call and cancel it. We're going to the game, too. Thanks for reminding me. You like football, Elsie?
No, but I gotta go because my cousin Pete's on the team. Pete Beelman.
What position does he play, Elsie?
All bent over like this with his elbows on his knees.
Well, personally, I like most sports, Elsie, but I'll confess I don't know much about football. You know, I'll be glad when we all have a television set so I can sit at home and not turn it on.
Oh, I don't know much about it either, Mrs. McGee. But when I was in high school that year, I had to go to the games because I played a cornet in the school band.
Really, Elsie, a cornet, huh?
Yeah, for 12 months. I had more brass stuck in my face than a sentry at the Navy Yard. I finally had to give it up.
But why?
My upper lip got so swole up I could kiss the mailman through the letter slot. Well, I gotta go close up the shop and pick up my ticket.
Pardon me, girls. Can I cut in now?
Certainly, dearie. Where are you sitting, Elsie?
Thanks. We're on the 50-yard line.
Oh, that's too bad, Mr. McGee. I'm gonna be in the grandstand. Well, maybe I'll see you out at the tedium.
You mean stadium, Elsie. Tedium means it's wearisome.
Honey, you said it. For me, even with a chrysanthemum as a premium, the tedium in a stadium is maximum. Goodbye.
Billy Mills with the orchestra, and you'll keep coming back like a song.
McGee, what are you doing with all the salt and pepper shakers?
I'm working out some more details on my new football play. These 2 salt shakers are the guards, and peppers are the ends, mustard and ketchup are the tackles, and them 2 Bermuda onions are the halves.
Who's the sugar bowl?
Buddy Cole, the quarterback. Very sweet little player.
I hope it doesn't rain and make him lumpy. But the weather forecast is... Come in. Oh, hello, Dr. Gamble. It's nice to see you.
Thank you, my dear. And good day to you, duck shape.
Hi, stork trapper. Hey, you know anything about football?
Not enough to discuss it with strangers, one of which, if I'd any luck, you would still be to me.
I wish you'd write that sentence out for me sometime, Doctor. I think you dislocated a predicate.
Never had a predicate. The reason I asked, Doc, is that I worked out the winning play for this game this afternoon. I'd explain it to you, but if I thought you'd understand it, but you never done anything more athletic than fasten your galluses.
That's interesting, coming from you, Lord Pale. Why, you can't even lean over and touch your knees without bending the floor.
You never booted the pigskin as a boy, Doctor?
When he was a boy, there wasn't any pigs in this country, Molly. Just moose and buffalo.
As a matter of strict fact, I did play football, melon belt. I was a fullback.
Fullback, that I believe. You're as full in the back right now.
McGee, now stop. Are you going to the game, Doctor?
Yes, I'll be on the bench with the players, my dear. I'll spend the afternoon looking at more bad knees than a fiddler in a burlesque house.
Too bad you'll be on duty, Doctor. I imagine the trivia will be there with his own little Fifi Tremaine.
With whose little own who?
The trib now, Doc. The way he told it to me.
Now, McGee, don't start.
He said you got as much chance of snaring Fifi as a blindfolded Bulgarian with a 7-year itch and a busted garter riding a high-wheel bicycle across quicksand in a 40-mile gale.
Oh, he said that, did he? Well, by George, if I set my...
Answer it, Gargles.
All right. Hello, Gamble speaking. Who? Oh, yes, Adrian. No, you're not bothering me a bit. Yes, the RX is the same. That's right. M5 caps number 12, Sig 1, Q4H. But don't mention it, Doctor. That was Dr. Goodman, the young man I've taken under my wing.
That's a lucky break for him, it seems to me.
Oh, most of the new boys make out all right. As I always say, all a young doctor needs is patience and fortitude.
Patience and fortitude, eh?
Yes, he needs the fortitude until he can get some patience. See you later.
Now, when you get through with those salt shakers and things, dearie, please put them away. And what'd you need the horseradish for in that lineup?
Well, I worked out a play for the 4 Horsemen once. It was...
Why, we're doing a nice business today, aren't we?
Must be Coach McHale. McGee speaking. Oh, hi, Pop. A little question, eh? What happens after the fake lateral and the triple wingback? Hold the phone while I look at the diagram, Pop. Let's see where's... Oh, here it is. Hello, Pop. Antenna throws to ground wire. He passes to tone control.
Hold it, McGee. That's the wiring diagram for the radio.
Oh, hey, Pop. Hello? Hello? Cut off.
My goodness, I hope this play of yours works, dearie. It sounds so complicated to me.
Hello, Molly. Hiya,
Hello,
pal.
Mr. Wilcox. Come in.
Hi, Junior. You going to the game this afternoon?
Sure, I'll be there. The least I can do while Prep is getting killed is cheer for them.
Oh, don't you worry about Prep, Junior. They got a play of mine that Coach McHale is going to use in the last quarter to win with. It's in the bag.
Well, I'm glad somebody thinks so. I went to an alumni luncheon yesterday, and they were pretty gloomy.
What'd you do at the luncheon, Mr. Wilcox?
Ate.
Oh.
And I talked, of course. I was one of the main speakers.
You were, Junior? I was supposed to be, but they didn't ask me.
Yes, it was very nice. I really got the women all pepped up about going to the game.
Just the women, Mr. Wilcox?
Yes, men all go to football games automatically, but a lot of housewives feel that they shouldn't neglect their housework that long. And that's where I came in.
Yeah, and this is where I came in, too, 13 years ago.
Were they ever pepped up when I told them how to do their housework better and ever so much quicker with Johnson's self-polishing glow coat? Told them how they could handle everything and still have plenty of time to go to the game.
Yeah, we know that.
I explained how they could simply apply Johnson's self-polishing glow coat to their kitchen linoleum and other floor coverings before the game, and by the time they get their noses powdered, they'd have a bright, gleaming, wax-protected floor. And I also pointed out...
Look, Waxy.
Yeah?
You got your tickets to the game yet?
No, but
Here's a couple of press passes for you. Better take them right down and get them okay.
Gee, that's swell. I love to get in places free. Thanks, pal.
He's spoiled. Been coming in here free all these years. Where'd you get those passes to the game, McGee?
They aren't for the game, they're press passes. With those passes, he can get his pants pressed twice at Harvey Knox's. We'll give you a fit tailor shop. Well, I had to get him out of here some way. I got a lot of work to do. Hey, what time is it?
About half past.
Oh, I just about got time to go over this play once more. Now, let me see.
Come in. Oh, McGee, it's the mayor. Hello, Your Honor.
Hi, Latriv. You going to the game?
Naturally, McGee. I never miss a game.
Look, Latriv, here's a tip. Keep your peepers peeled in the last quarter. Coach McHale has got a trick play of mine that'll make them two-bit Eisenhowers from Mohawk military look silly.
Really?
Tell the mayor about it, dearie.
No, don't. Please. I want to be surprised.
You will be, kiddo. Now, here's the play. Now, get this. Bodkin gets the ball, see? Fakes a lateral to Kursky. Kursky snaps it to Pacheco. Pacheco to Kimmich. Kimmich drops back. Excuse me. Hello? Oh, hi, Pop. Huh? Oh, did you study the diagram? What do you mean you can't follow the play? I use the ballpoint pen. What say, Pop? Oh, sure. You betcha. Be glad to. Okay, Pop. He wants me up in the announcement booth, Molly, to describe the play over the radio.
Well, this ought to be quite a clam day. And I don't mean Clam McCarthy.
You familiar with football, Latriv? Ever play it?
Yes, for Harvard.
Heavenly days, you played football for Harvard?
I was-
Really?
Yeah, I was told once I'd make a great A&M player.
You mean Texas A&M?
No, absent-minded and muscle-bound. Of course, it was just a rib, but I could see it.
Mr. Mayor, tell us about playing for Harvard.
Oh, it's nothing really. Although I'll never forget the end of my first season when the coach gave us our letter.
What? He held your letters till the end of the season? Did you complain to the postal authority?
No. Why should I?
Oh, my goodness, holding up a person's mail like that.
I didn't say he held up our mail. I said at the end of the season, when we got our letter.
Suppose one of them letters had been from your mother, Latriv.
Why,
There she was, watching for the mailman every morning with tears in her big blue eyes, wondering why her son at Harvard never answered her letter.
it's enough to make a bus cry. I declare
Please. I was not talking about letters that come in the mail. These were letters to sew on a sweater.
Oh, I'll bet your mother would have been proud to know you done that. Her boy. Loved her so much he sewed her letters on his sweater.
I didn't say she sewed a sweater to my sweater. My maid never sweat. Look, I said...
Now. Don't get excited, Mr. Mayor.
Can't. Calm down. Now then, if it isn't too personal, what was in the letter she sent you that you sewed onto your sweater?
It was not a letter. I mean, it wasn't anything she sent. It was the end of the football season. The coach called the squad together. He had all our letters.
That's exactly what...
Please! He called me forward.
And you are?
Here, the trivia, he said. Here is a letter for you. I give you this in the fair name of Harvard. And he gave me a...
Oh, my.
Watch your language around my wife, Latriv. Let us not bring the language of the locker room into the presence of a lady.
I wasn't locking any user language in a wife of your presence. I mean, when the coach gave me H, when he had a letter, I said earlier that the latter letter was McGee?
Yes?
I show you a play we used against Cornell in 1919?
Oh, please do, Mr. Mayor.
Yeah, let's see it, Elizabeth, but hurry up. You got to get going to the stadium.
Very well. Say my hat is the ball. You're the center. Crouch over the ball.
Like this?
Yes.
Ah, you look like a mama ostrich getting up for a stretch.
Now then, bend over a little farther. That's it. Now here's the kick.
Ooh! Hey, what's the idea?
The trivia 3, McGee nothing. Good day.
Rickety-rackety-row! Rickety-rackety-row! Touchdown! Touchdown! Down!
There's the kickoff, and here come those 4 horsemen, the King's men, toting the ball for dear old Winsaki.
Buckle down, Winsaki, buckle down. You can win, Winsaki, if you buckle down. If you break their necks, if you make them wrecks, you can break the hex, so buckle down. Make 'em run, Winsaki, make 'em run. You can win, Winsaki, if you load your gun. If you don't give in, take it on the chin. You are bound to win if you will only buckle down. Buckle down, you can lose if you refuse to buckle down. You can sure get hurt, you can lose your shirt. You will hit the dirt if you refuse to buckle down. Hail Winsaki, wherever you may be. All-American alma mater, hail to thee. Thy heroes brought thee glory. They wrote their names in blood, and departing left behind them half their faces in the mud. So hail Winsaki, the symbol of the great. No single state will claim you, but you claim all 48. Oh, give 'em the axe, the axe, the axe. Give 'em the axe, the axe. Knuckle down, Winsaki, knuckle down. You can win, Winsaki, if you buckle down. If you mow them down, if you go to town. You can win, buckle down and win. Knuckle right down to it, buckle right down there and win.
My gosh, what a climb. Why don't they put an elevator in that dad-ratted broadcast booth anyhow?
Well, I don't know, but I'm just...
Me too. Well, we're almost there.
I've got to stop and rest a minute. My ears just popped in. So this is what they mean by the higher education.
Yeah. Hey, look who's sitting way up there, Molly. Wallace Wimple.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, Wimp.
Hello, folks.
What are you doing sitting way up here? Can you see anything?
Not as long as I keep my back turned, Mr. McGee. I hate football.
You hate it, Mr. Wimple?
Yes. Every time I see those great big tackles hit those teensy-weensy quarterbacks, all my old injuries hurt all over again. And some of the new ones, too.
Oh, did you play football, Mr. Wimple?
No. These bruises are natural. I'm married.
But look, why'd you come here if you don't like football, Wimp? You hiding from your wife again?
Yes. I feel like a bottle of mint sauce, Mr. McGee.
Why, Mr. Wimple?
Oh, I'm always on the lam.
Well, she'll never find you here, Wimp. My gosh, look at the mob in here. This football's getting really big business, you know it? My Uncle Sycamore's made a lot of money out of football, you know.
Out of football, McGee?
Sure, he raised football-cured pigs. Used to throw rocks at them all day so they'd grow up pebble grain. Don't you get it, kids? My gosh, pebble grain leather is what
Ain't
they...
funny, McGee.
It ain't?
That's odd. I rather like it.
Well, thanks, Wimp. We see you after the game?
I don't think so, Mr. McGee. I'm leaving early to pick up my little doggie.
Oh, have you got a dog, Mr. Wimple? What kind?
I'm getting it today, Mrs. McGee. It's a Chihuahua.
A Chihuahua? My gosh, Wimp, they're only 6 inches long.
I know, Mr. McGee. But with big me and little him, there'll be room for both of us in the doghouse. Well, see you later. Pardon me, madam. You're sitting on my Hershey bar.
Now, come on, Molly. Let's get up to that broadcast booth. Can't be... Oh, here we are.
And there they are lining up for the kickoff, ladies and gentlemen. It's the annual classic between Wistful Vista Prep and Mohawk Military gets underway. Mohawk is going to kick. Shapiro is holding.
Hey, Bud, I'm Fibber McGee. This is my wife, Mrs. McGee.
How do you do, I'm sure?
Yes, Mr. McGee, we've been expecting you. Coach McHale said you're the only one who can explain this play of yours.
Right. You see, Buckborough centers the ball to Joyce and goes...
We're on the air.
We are?
There's the kick, folks. It's a beautiful boot to the 10-yard line where... Gentlemen, what a game. Not a goal line cross for 3 quarters, and just a few minutes ago, Mohawk took advantage of a lucky break to push across the only touchdown of the game.
My gosh, why don't they use my play? I told McHale.
Quiet, listen, dearie.
Anything can happen now, folks. Wistful Vista's ball in the Mohawk 20. First down, and... Wait a minute. Coach McHale's getting ready to try a play that's never been seen on any gridiron before.
That's mine, Bud. That's mine. Hey, give me the phone.
Wait, dearie. Let the man finish.
Oh, wow, what a formation. The ends are playing back. The backs are on the end. The tackles are guarding the guards.
That's right.
Say, just a minute. We've got the man who invented this strange-looking maneuver right here in the broadcast booth to describe his own play to you. Mr. Fibber McGee.
Thanks, Bud. Fibber McGee speaking, folks. You know, people often ask me where I learned so much about football. Well, sir, it all goes back to when I was a mere lad in Peoria. An ordinary boy from all appearances, playing football.
McGee, the play! It's starting!
Huh? Oh, there it goes, folks! Wistful Vista's ball. DeGrazio snaps the ball to Kelly, who fakes a pass to Kavash and throws it to Clark. He hands it to Fraser. The ball goes to Sear, who fakes to Johnson, or Stouts, or Dumont. Hamer, that is, hey, what's going on down there, Bud? Why did they all stop running?
They must be tired, dearie.
Ladies and gentlemen, the players were all running around in circles down there in the field executing this complicated play when suddenly everyone stopped. I don't quite know what's going on, but... Uh-oh, the officials are in a huddle. Wait a minute, here's a message from the field.
My gosh, that's not the way I had that play wrote out. I didn't tell them to stop. They should ought to...
Your attention, football fans. This one you won't believe. Football history has been made here today.
You hear that, Molly? I made history.
So did Benedict Arnold. Listen.
That play was so deceptive, so complicated, that right down there on that field in the middle of the game, they've lost the ball. Oh, nobody knows where it went. They're searching the players. The referee, there he is calling for the rule book. And here goes the gun. The game is over and Mohawk Military wins 6-0.
Oh, my God. Molly.
Well, dearie, that's your play.
Oh.
Shall we go see Coach McHale?
Oh.
McGee, wait a minute. Where are you going?
Come on, down the back way. Look at those goal posts.
What's the matter? Are they tearing them down?
No, they're throwing a rope over them. Let's get out of here.
I was reading in a current magazine today that the trend these days is more and more toward light-colored woodwork. That's fine, but nice as it is, light woodwork can be a headache. Fingerprints do show up on it, and dirt seems to come from nowhere. That's one good reason why you like Johnson's Cream Wax. With Cream Wax, you don't have to use harsh cleansers or even soap and water to clean your light woodwork. This creamy white liquid removes dirt instantly. It also adds a shining wax luster to the surface. Dust and dirt can't cling to this dry, smooth Cream Wax finish. Fingerprints don't stick so readily either. So, with just an occasional application of Johnson's Cream Wax, your light woodwork is always clean and sparkling bright. You'll also want to use Johnson's Cream Wax on your furniture and white kitchen equipment. Its gleaming luster doesn't fade or get dull as oil polishes do. Try it, won't you? Johnson's Cream Wax. There's nothing like it.
Give me another pencil, Molly. Thanks. Now, let me see. Pacheco snaps up all the curtains. Curtain takes it past the Beelman. Beelman pivots and flips the kibosh. Kibosh. Daddy rat that.
What's the matter?
Oh, I lost that ball again.
Well, good night.
Good night, all.
This is Harlow Wilcox, speaking for the makers of Johnson's Wax Products for Home and Industry, inviting you to be with us again next Tuesday night. Good night.
It's NBC, the National Broadcasting Company. Wax Program with Fibber McGee and Molly. The makers of Johnson's Wax Products for Home and Industry present Fibber McGee and Molly with Bill Thompson, Gail Gordon, Arthur Q. Bryan, Steve Benaderet, and me, Harlow Wilcox. The script is by Don Quinn and Phil Leslie. Music by the King's Men and Billy Mills Orchestra. Do you remember the story of Cinderella? Her fairy godmother waved a magic wand, and in a twinkling, Cinderella changed from a dull, drab kitchen maid into a beautiful girl in a bright new dress. Well, knowing me, you can guess what that story reminds me of. The way Johnson's self-polishing glow coat turns a dull linoleum floor into a thing of shining beauty. It's true, you do a little more than wave a magic wand. You do apply glow coat to the floor. But while your back is turned, glow coat dries to a beautiful, shining wax polish all by itself. There's no rubbing or buffing with Johnson's glow coat. Dirt and still things can be whisked away with a damp cloth in double quick time. And, of course, the tough wax protection keeps your linoleum new-looking years longer. Why not try it? But look, for a brighter shine that will really last, be sure to ask for Johnson's self-polishing glow coat. The average doctor soon acquires an immunity to life's little dramas. It takes an event of almost atomic proportions to really perturb him. But something seems to have got the eminent Dr. Gamble of Wistful Vista in a bit of a tizzy. And here, waiting for him and wondering what it's all about, we find Fibber McGee and Molly.
But what did the doctor say when he called McGee?
Well, I picks up the receiver, see, and I says, Duffy's Tavern, I says.
Yeah?
Where the elite meet to eat and the snide meet to hide. And he says, you going to be home for a while, McGee? And I says, well, I says, I may have to run down to Washington and take John L. Lewis a cake with a hacksaw in it, but I'll wait for you. And he says, please do. I want your advice.
He wants your advice.
Yep.
Well, now I've heard everything. At least until Hattie Carnegie calls and wants my advice about hobble skirts.
Well, I don't know what's so amazing about it. Doc's a professional man, no business sense. Naturally, when he gets in a jam, he calls the only guy he knows with a level head, sound judgment, and a genius for analyzing problems.
Who's that?
Me.
Oh. I didn't know you meant disguise.
Don't kid yourself, Snooky. I may clown around, but everybody knows that underneath these twinkling blue eyes, there beats a heart of gold and a mind like a steel trap.
Well, no wonder the doctor wants to see you. You're a biological curiosity. I wonder if you'll be...
Come in.
Oh, hello, Doctor.
Hello, Molly. May I have a minute of your time, Droop Snoot?
Certainly, Doctor. Pray be seated. No, pray you better lie down on the couch. And close your eyes. Pull down the shades and dim the lights, Molly. Now just relax, Doctor. Talk to me as you would to your own father. Tell me everything.
Oh, now, for goodness sakes, McGee. Come on.
Yes, limber lip. As a psychoanalyst, you'd make a splendid sponge diver. You have the ingratiating personality of a cottonmouth moccasin and the tact of a pile driver.
Well, come on. Quit the fiddle-faddling and get down to brass monkeys. What's biting you, fatso?
Well, frankly, I'm worried about Miss Tremaine, McGee.
Beefy? Heavenly days, Doctor. What's wrong with her?
She eloped with the trivia, Doc? That's very intelligent of her, I'm sure. He's a fine guy with a great future, and you're just a human telephone extension with a bag full of Benzedrine. Anybody with a speck of sense would...
Quiet, will you?
Yes, dearie. Give the doctor a chance. Okay. The only way he can get a word in with you is to operate and leave a dictionary in your peritoneum.
Don't say anything. Okay, Doc. I'm just as good a listener as I am a talker. Not as interesting, maybe, but tender and sympathetic. Now then, what cooks with beef?
Someone is following her.
What?
Watching her apartment. Every night lately, I see a big, mysterious-looking stranger sneaking down the alley past her house.
What's the guy doing while you're sneaking down the alley past her house? And why don't you walk on the sidewalk like an honest man?
McGee!
Will you please let me get a word in, ferret face?
Well, if you'd quit interrupting me, I'd soon wear myself out.
Go ahead, Doctor, about this mysterious stranger now.
I don't like it, Molly. This man is always accompanied by a big, vicious dog, and he has his hat pulled down over his eyes.
Oh, that is mysterious. A dog with his hat pulled way down.
Not the dog, the man.
Oh, man.
Well, look, Doctor, why don't you report it to the police?
Oh, no, not me. That would put Mail of Trivia in the position of being her protector. I'd like to handle this myself.
Well, and why don't you? Walk up to this mug and ask him his business. He'll probably slug you with a blackjack, and while you're in the hospital with a busted skull, he'll be so sorry for you.
McGee! For goodness sakes, don't be so gruesome.
The only time I see this man is when I'm on my way to the hospital, and I never have time to stop and make inquiries. What would you suggest, McGee?
This is a dangerous situation, Doc. I gotta give it a little thought. I'll mull it over in my mind and let you know.
Thanks very much. And give me a buzz, Bean Brain.
Hey, this is really a situation, you know it? This is really fraught.
Strange the doctor should lay it in your lap.
Well, by George, if anybody ever hung around this house threatening a hair of your pretty little Marcel, I'd step out and unbutton his skin for him.
My hero.
And if that big serum salesman hasn't got the moxie to do it, I'll handle this thing myself. Hand me the phone.
Here.
Thanks. Hello, operator. Give me the City Detective Bureau. Hello, Dick.
Dick who?
They're all dicks down there. Look, Dick, I got a job for you. Send some cops over here to 79 Wistful Vista. Want to pick up a criminal. Bring tear gas, sawed-off shotguns, and $5 grand in cash. Okay, Dick.
Why the 5,000, McGee?
Give me a reward out to the guy. Now, I don't want him to stall on the payoff. Now, let me see. Where's my squirt gun? The bottle of ammonia. My air raid warden helmet.
I'm sure I don't remember.
Oh, I know. They're right here in the hall. Let's fill this thing full of sofa fillers sometime and surprise everybody.
Billy Mills in the orchestra and soliloquy.
doggone it, I wish them cops would get here. Now, let me see. I got my helmet. Where'd I put that heavy walking stick?
Now, wait a minute, dearie. Why don't you let the police handle this? I don't want you coming home with a couple of cornflower ears.
Cauliflower ears is the expression.
I think cornflowers are pretty.
Besides, I'm not going to brawl with the fellow unless it's unavoidable. I'm too dangerous when I really lose control. I ever tell you about the time I used my Eskimo hammerlock hip throw on a guy?
No, what happened?
I broke my leg.
Tell me now, if you're going to avoid an encounter with this ruffian, why do you need your heavy walking stick?
When I lead them coppers up to that character and say, "Officers, there's your man," I got to have something to point with. Otherwise, I'd...
Come in.
Oh, it's Elsie from the beauty parlor. Hi, Elsie.
Hello, Elsie.
Hello, Mrs. McGee. You left your compact in the beauty saloon, so I brought it back for you. The lady that stood under the dryer after you found it. Remember the one that was getting her hair did?
Done, Elsie.
No, it was more of a dapple gray than a dun, Mr. McGee. Or maybe kind of a roan.
Well, I didn't notice her, Elsie. Incidentally, how does my hair look?
Dearie, if I do say so myself, it always does. That's really a stunning coiffure.
It ought to be. She coiffed up $5 for it. Did you get it, kid? Coiffure? The humor lies in the similarity.
Ain't funny, McGee.
No kidding. Hey, guys, I've been waiting 3 years for somebody to throw me that straight line. So... Oh, well.
Would I be too personal, Mr. McGee, if I asked you what was you doing with the walking stick? You got a Charles horse or something?
You mean Charlie horse, don't you, Elsie?
Yeah, but with an older man such as Mr. McGee is, I think Charles is more respectful.
I ain't so old that I can't handle this prowler, Elsie. Oh, you don't know. There's been a mug hanging around Fifi Tremaine's house these nights. We're going to trap him tonight.
He's using them walking sticks to point him out to the police, Elsie.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be something, won't it? A crook on both ends of it.
Are you insisting? Oh, you mean the handle? Oh. Ha-ha.
Besides, this man has a big vicious dog with him, they say, and McGee may have to beat him off with a cane, you see.
No, I don't think so, Molly. I get along good with dogs. When I was only 6 years old, Santa Claus brought me a little beagle.
Was that all you asked him for, Mr. McGee?
I didn't even ask him for that. I was trying to get a bugle and didn't know how to spell it.
Well, I hope you won't have any trouble with this man and his dog tonight, dearie. I can mend your trousers, but there isn't any skin in my sewing basket.
If you catch him, Mr. McGee, and think he might want a good home, cool me up.
Isn't that a nice thought?
Like dogs, Elsie?
Oh, I got a dog. I was talking about the man. Just let me know, Mr. McGee.
She must have broken up with her boyfriend again.
Yeah, the poor guy isn't doing so well. He's an old newspaper man, you know.
Get fired?
No, there's just no money in old newspapers.
There's no money in old jokes either, dear.
So I hear.
Well, not to change the subject, why don't you stay home tonight and let the police handle this Tremaine affair?
Because Doc asked me to handle it. And if he's got too much sense to go after a dangerous criminal like that himself, who am I to go making like a Frank Merrill and sticking my big fat neck out for guts? Hey, that ain't working out right, is it?
No.
Well, never mind. When I go sailing in there behind that squad of cops with sawed-off shotguns...
Hello, Molly. Hi, pal.
Hello, Mr. Wilcox. Do come in.
He did come in. Haven't much time to chew the fat with you right now, Junior. Expecting the cops any minute.
The cops. Don't give me your right name, pal. Tell them you're Harlow Wilcox. No, don't tell them that.
Oh, the police already know his right name, Mr. Wilcox.
Certainly they do.
Well, tell them you weren't there at the time it happened then. I'll back you up. I'll swear you were right here watching me give Molly a demonstration of Johnson's wax. Watching me show her how Johnson's wax with 100 holes. Help me keep holes. Well, it does.
Hey. Slow down. Hold it. I called the police myself, Junior.
Oh, you fool, you.
Well, he called him for Mr. Maine, Mr. Wilcox.
Certainly. Me and the cops are going to go over to her house tonight to pick up a dangerous criminal. Doc Gamble reports the guy's been hanging around Tremaine's house every night, casing the joint.
Really? Well, I hope you'll bring him in, pal. A guy like that should be pasted right in the nose.
Right.
He should be liquidated.
Yes, sir.
He should get the 3rd degree from the cream of our police force.
Right.
Paste, liquid, or cream, no matter what form you buy Johnson's wax. Makes your housework easier. It
Oh,
lasts.
for goodness sakes, of all the
It
ways...
protects, it beautifies your floors, furniture, fine woodwork, your windowsills, and leather goods. Johnson's wax in paste, liquid, or cream is the housewife's best.
Hey.
Well, it is.
Look. Look, Waxy.
Yes?
Have you got to go now? Because if you do, you're excused.
Wait a minute. One question.
Yes, Mr. Wilcox?
Let me in on this manhunt. I haven't played cops and robbers for so long.
I'm sorry, Junior. This is just for the grown-ups. You got the physique, but you haven't had the experience.
Oh, gee, come on.
Where'd you get the experience, McGee?
Oh, a friend of mine is a private detective. Used to be in vaudeville the same time I and old Fred Mitney from Starved Rock, Illinois, had our act. In vaudeville, together, opening one. My gosh, Ole and I used to sit in the dressing room night after night and work out crime problems.
Ole who?
A fella named Leahy. Used to be a yokel.
Oh, I remember him. Old lady.
Yeah. That's the very one. Got any more questions, Junie?
Yes, one. Where did that football go last week?
Well, himself here's trying to work it out, Mr. Wilcox.
You got me baffled, Junior. If Kimmick passed to Joyce, and Joyce faded back to fake a lateral to Beelman, the ball would be in... No, Beelman gave it to Cole.
Yeah.
And Cole handed it... Now, wait a minute. In that case, give me a pencil.
Oh, no. Forget it, McGee. Why did you have to get him started, Mr. Wilcox? He's been trying to solve that all week.
Oh, I'm sorry. Just trying to pick up an honest dollar. Coach McHale offered me $25 if I could get the answer.
Hey, if I figured out what'll he pay me?
He says if you tell him, he'll change his plans about you. He'll shoot you where it won't show. Let me know if you get the answer.
Well, I've got to go up and get into some street clothes if we're going out and do some street fighting.
Hey, what do you mean, we? You're not going. It's too dangerous.
That may be, but a manicure is too expensive.
What's that got to do with it?
Well, it's either go out with you and maybe get hurt or stay here and bite my nails. Waiting for them to bring you home in installments. Let me know when the police get here, dearie.
Okay, I will. Ah, there goes a good kid. I sure wish she'd stay out of this. She might get hit with some flying glass if I forget to take my specs off. This is no time. Ah, the cops. Late as usual. Come in.
Hi, mister.
Oh, hi, sis. What's on your chubby little mind?
Well, my daddy just won a turkey on a raffle, mister. Wasn't he lucky?
I think you mean he won it on a raffle, sis, don't you?
No.
You don't?
I don't want.
You don't mean that?
Don't mean what?
You don't mean your daddy won a turkey in a raffle?
No.
No, what?
No, sir.
Look, sis, where did you say your old man, your father won this turkey?
In a raffle. It was the last turkey in the butcher shop, and Daddy grabbed it just as the lady grabbed it, and they wrestled all over the butcher shop, and my daddy won.
Gonna beat the crap out of
Daddy says he thinks she was Man Mountain Dean in disguise.
Well, frankly, sis, it wasn't very dignified of your father to fight over a turkey with a woman. He should have given her the bird.
He did. He did, mister, when he left the butcher shop.
You like that joke?
Is it ever a swell turkey, I bet you? You gonna eat turkey for Thanksgiving, mister? Who are you?
I don't know, sis. Anyway, it isn't so important what you eat on Thanksgiving. The important thing is to be grateful that you got something to eat.
Honest?
You betcha. You know what Thanksgiving commemorates?
Oh, sure. We read all about Captain John Smith and Pocahontas in school, I bet you.
Pocahontas, sis. Never mind. What'd you read about it?
Well, the Indians were going to cut off his feet and his head, and then...
No. They weren't going to cut off his feet. They were just going to behead him.
My book said they defeated him first.
I'll buy that.
And before they could hit him with the hatchet, a beautiful Indian princess named Pocahontas.
Pocahontas? Never mind. Make it Hockaponas. You know, sis, it was the Indians that took care of the pilgrims at first and fed them and helped plant their crops.
I know it. I know it. Our teacher says all this big, rich country used to belong to the Indians.
That's right, sis.
Did we buy it from Mister? Did we, Mister?
Well, we bought some of it from them, sis, like Manhattan Island. Paid $25 for that, without the Holland Tunnel. Very speculative at the time.
Well, how about the rest of the country, mister, like Wyoming and Michigan and Texas and stuff? Did we buy that from the Indians?
Well, no, sis. I guess you might say we just kind of acquired it.
That's why I've always wondered, mister.
What have you always wondered, sis?
What have the Indians got to be thankful for?
This you got. You got it.
Here are the King's Band to sing Cindy.
Cindy, 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 mine. I wish I was an apple hanging in the tree. And every time my sweetie passed by, she'd take a bite of me. She told me that she loved me. She called me Sugar Plum. She threw her arms around about me. I thought my time had come. Get along home, Cindy, Cindy, get along home, Cindy, Cindy, get along home, Cindy, Cindy, I'll marry you someday. Cindy, 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 mine. Now Cindy got religion, she had it once before. But when she hears my little banjo, she's first one on the floor. I wish I had a needle as fine as I could sew. I'd sew the girls to my coattail and down the street I'd go. Get along home, Cindy, Cindy, get along home, Cindy, Cindy, get along home, Cindy, Cindy, I'll marry you someday. Oh, Cindy, in the springtime. Oh, Cindy, in the fall. If I can't have my Cindy gal, then I'll have none at all. Get along home, Cindy, Cindy, get along home, Cindy, Cindy, get along home, Cindy, Cindy, I'll marry you someday. Get along home, Cindy, Cindy, get along home, Cindy, Cindy, get along home, Cindy, Cindy, I'll marry you someday. Cindy, 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 I will marry you someday, someday, someday.
Get the police station on the phone again, dearie?
Yep, Sergeant said they're on their way over here, on the double.
Whatever that means.
With those Keystone cops, it probably means two on a tandem bicycle. I hope they send plenty of sawed-off shotguns, because when I tell those boys to fire, I want to hear it.
Oh, dear McGee, don't you think we ought to let the police handle this by themselves?
I can't let the police handle it, Molly. The only way the sergeant would agree to send anybody was if I'd go with them. He said they were tired chasing all over town on my false alarm, and by...
Oh, what was that?
Sounded like a nightstick on the...
Open up in the name of the law. I know you're in there, you hooligan. Come out with your hands up, right? Cover in.
Oh, it's that flat-foot Mahoney. Come on in, you big lug.
Oh!
Don't display any violence, you Scotch. There won't be any floating heads. If it's tear gas you want, I'm happy.
Oh, cut it out, cut it out. You pension-hungry shamrock shill. Spit out that mouthful of blanket you're talking through and sit down. We're the ones that called you.
Oh, were you know?
Yeah.
And what was it you're calling on the brave boys in blue for, and breaking up a fine pinnacle game in the basement of headquarters? And if it's to rescue a cat out of a tree,
No, Officer Mahoney. This is a serious matter. One of our friends has got prowlers.
It's Fifi Tremaine, Mahoney, the actress. There's a guy been skulking through the alley by her house with a big vicious dog.
And do you think all we have to do is patrol the alley because a little broken bread man gets behind it?
Well, she's the mayor's girlfriend, officer.
It doesn't make a bit of difference. The mayor's sweetheart. As I was saying, it's grateful we are when a citizen calls a matter like this to our attention. When I'm an idiocy, called through the alley, should they? I've beat the teeth out of him and arrested him for sitting on the sidewalk. One side lad, Officer Mahoney is on his way.
Wait a minute, I'm going with you.
McGee, wait for baby.
What's the idea of sounding the siren, Officer Mahoney?
We always approach the scene of a crime blowing the siren before day. Otherwise, the rapscallions might still be hanging around and start shooting.
Well, cut it out. What do we want to catch this guy? Hey, hold it. Turn in this alley here. That's it. Stop the motor and turn out the lights.
Right. Gotta get them pigs fixed.
This is about the time of night when he shows up, officer.
Here's the way I got this thing planned, Mahoney. You leap out first when you see this guy. Then the dog grabs you by the leg, see? I'll blind the guy with the spotlight. Molly screams to distract him. Then when I get back here...
Get back here. Where will you go?
As soon as the scuffling starts, I'll run back to the house and get some clothesline. Tie him up with it.
50 cents says I'll meet you up the front steps here.
Now, wait a minute. As soon as this hooligan goes, his dirty face,
Fibber McGee. It's him. Back pulled down and a big dog. There he is at the end of the alley.
Out of the car, Mahoney. We'll cover you.
After you, McGee. Citizens first. And back me up to the public gentleman night.
Wait a minute. Can I get in on this?
Definitely thinks Dr. Campbell.
Hi, Doctor, just in time. He's coming this way.
All right, now. All out of the car. Come on. Hey, step it in.
Don't worry about the lady. She'll be right behind whoever's nearest and biggest.
Don't be afraid to mix it with him, officer. I'm a doctor.
Isn't that nice now? Look out, here he comes. Stand back while I back him up for a little while. All right, now. Get your hands up and don't make a move. Holy heck. I got one arm off the bed. All right, you son. Come over to the light and let's have a look at you. Take a good look at me, Mahoney, so you'll know me when you see me in the commissioner's office in the morning. Say that this people protect us to dishonor the mayor.
Heavenly days, the mayor.
Imagine meeting you here.
Are you the man who's been here every night with this dog, Mr. Mayor?
I am. In my capacity as a private citizen, I believe I have a perfect right to keep Miss Tremaine's dog, get no walk in the evening. You have that, yes? Be put to Yes, be quiet out there.
Mr. Mayor, I'm very sorry about this. I'd only suspected it was you, but this dog looks so big at night. So when I walk in for Phoebe in the morning...
What's this?
You walk this dog in the morning?
I know I'm a fool, but I never thought the mayor, in all his dignity, would lower himself.
Hey, you! Will you keep quiet down there and get that damn hell out of that alley, or shall I call the police?
Oh, this is ridiculous.
From time to time, people ask me this question. Is Johnson's Glow Coat good for other kinds of floors besides linoleum? Yes, it certainly is. Glow Coat is good for painted or varnished wood floors, for inlaid as well as printed linoleum, and for floors covered with rubber or asphalt tile. Glow Coat gives all these floors a coat of wax protection, gives them shining new beauty, and makes cleaning really simple. And it's just as easy to use Johnson's Glow Coat on these floors as on linoleum. You simply apply it, then let it dry. Glow Coat shines as it dries without rubbing or buffing. Most women, of course, find Glow Coat especially helpful in wax protecting their kitchen floors because these floors get more than average wear. Why not find out as soon as you can what beautiful linoleum and other floors you can have in your home with Johnson's Self-Polishing Glow Coat.
Pretty angry with Officer Mahoney for knocking him down, McGee?
Why, didn't you see him shake hands with Mahoney and send him away with Doc Campbell?
No, what for?
Broken fingers.
Oh.
Good night.
Good night, all.
This is Harlow Wilcox, speaking for the makers of Johnson's Wax Products for home and industry, inviting you all to be with us again next Tuesday night. Good night.
NBC, the National Broadcasting Company.
Johnson Wax program with Fibber McGee and Molly. The makers of Johnson's Wax products for home and industry present Fibber McGee and Molly with Bill Thompson, Arthur Q. Bryan, Gail Gordon, B. Benaderet, and me, Harlow Wilcox. The script is by Don Quinn and Phil Leslie, with music by the King's Men and Billy Mills Orchestra. Have you ever noticed how much difference those little finishing touches make in some women's appearance? They may be expensively dressed and neat as a pin, but that little dab of powder, that touch of lipstick, make all the difference in the world. Well, you know, finishing touches like that play an important part in your home, too. Johnson's Wax is a specially fine example of what I mean. Floors that a few minutes before were just ordinary, dull floors shine with a lovely bright luster. Tabletops, china cabinets, chair arms, when polished with Johnson's Wax, glow with beauty, are so easy to keep clean and sparkling. Windowsills laugh at dirt and rain. Picture frames, Venetian blinds, and 100 other everyday things take on a richly polished appearance that adds greatly to the charm of your home. Yes, the finishing touch of Johnson's Wax beautifies all kinds of surfaces, protects them, preserves them, adds to their length of life, and saves you hours of housework. Use it regularly. Johnson's Wax, paste, liquid, or cream. Lovers of beautiful scenery should avoid the morning mail around the first of the month. Some of the world's most unlovely views are seen through the windows of envelopes. There are other irritating kinds of mail, too, as witness Fibber McGee and Molly.
Oh, the nerve of them short-chain darts. Those socks are vital. Them pickpockets. Those cutthroats. Them nickel nurses.
Now, don't tell me, I know. It's a letter from the Third National Bank.
You bet your beautiful little clavicle it's a letter from the Third National. And this time I got them mortgage takers right where I want them. Next time I talk to them guys through the bars, it'll be at Leavenworth. Oh, baby, this is what I've been waiting for.
Look, sweetheart, we've been all through this before. I know this will seem like Shakespeare knows God bless America.
Listen, talking.
Calling your attention to an overdraft is not a criminal offense.
No, but grand larceny is.
What's that?
This time they've gone too far. They've stolen my money.
You mean they stuffed your $19 in a briefcase and ran away to South America? I certainly hope our computers prepared to smoke breakfast.
It ain't the $19. It's the principle of the thing. They deny that I even got an account down there.
Oh, no.
Yes, listen to this. It says, Dear Mr. McGee.
Well, that's very friendly.
It was written, Dear Mr. McGee, this is to inform you that our services have been greatly expanded. It would give us great pleasure to have you open a personal checking account with us and make use of our many business facilities.
Oh, Gary, you can say it a million times and also I really attempt to remember it.
Yes, you borrow their blotters, swipe their ink, and use their telephone.
But that ain't the point. They've mislaid my account. They probably deny I got any money in their rusty old cookie tin. Who'd they give my $19 to? I'll go down there. I'll beat them to no. I'll call them up. Hand me the phone.
Wait a minute, somebody's at the door.
Well, I hope they don't stay long. I haven't been this mad in a long time, and it's hard to sustain a mood at my age.
Well, you can always read the letter again. Come in. Oh, it's Mr. Wimple. Hello, Mr. Wimple.
Hi.
Hello, folks.
Hey, Wimp, after today, can we use your telephone? They're taking ours out.
McGee, you didn't tell me that.
I didn't know it was just now. But when they hear the language I use talking to old man McDonald down at the Third National, they'll yank our phone out so fast we'll where you banking.
We have two different accounts, Mr. McGee.
Oh.
I keep my money in an old inner behind a leaf board in the garage. And Sweetie Face, that's my big old wife. Sweetie Face keeps her money.
Where, Mr. Wimple?
That's all. She keeps her money.
Well, I'm burned, Wimp. I'm fried to a crisp. The Third National has misplaced my account. And it's a federal bank. I'm going to have J. Edgar Hoover and his boys go through that marble hideout like a toothsome through a porcelain.
Good to you, Mr. McGee. My cousin was a bank cashier once. He used to take the bank's money and play the horse races.
Oh, my goodness. Did they catch him and send him to prison?
No. They raised his salary and sent him to Pimlico. He made $3 million and bought the bank.
That's very likely where my $19 went. Somebody's playing the market with it.
Say, that might account for the inflation in bubblegum business.
I don't trust banks myself, Mr. McGee. I'm suspicious of any business that pulls down the pig at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I had a little joint account once.
You had a joint account with? Where?
Had a little joint at Fort Quincy Note. I used to go in there almost every evening and get loaded.
Oh, Mr. Wimple. Not you.
Yeah. The only place I could get DVDs for my DVD gun. And I'd stand around, lean on a pool table, and smoke a cigarette.
Don't tell us you inhale one.
Not very deeply, Mr. McGee. I'll never forget one night, I swaggered home with 6 nuclears under my belt, threw open the door, and got in trouble.
What happened, Mr. Wimple?
My belt gave way, and the 6 nuclears broke all over the carpet. Believe me, anybody that says root beer is a soft drink never got hit over the head with half a bottle of it. Well, good luck with that.
Billy Mills in the orchestra and My Sugar Is So Refined.
Stop pacing up and down. Haven't you been able to get Mr. McDonald on the telephone yet?
No, but when I do get him on the phone, I'll burn him up till every sparrow on the wires between here and the bank lights up like a flamingo.
Why don't you go down there and talk to him in person?
Did you ever talk to a banker in person?
No.
He sits there with one eye on the guard, one finger on the buzzer, and one foot on the tear gas button. Looking at you like you had egg on your necktie and wondering if you better fumigate the bank after you leave.
Oh, now it isn't as bad as that, dearie. They've been very patient with your overdraft, you know.
Why shouldn't they be? You ever see the sign on the front window? Assets, $24,900,619. You know whose $19 that is? That's mine. Or it was till they stole it. And by George, I'm not...
Relax, dearie. We got company. Come in. Oh, hello, Dr. Gamble.
Hello, Molly.
Hi, a little iodine.
What's the matter with you, super weasel? You look perturbed. Get your nose caught in a mousetrap or something?
He's angry with the Third National Bank, Doctor. They seem to mislaid his account.
Probably just slipped down behind a paperclip. If you ever had more than $40 in folding money, Bucklewart, you'd be even more unbearable than you are now. The very thought of which gives me the first nightmare I ever had standing up.
It ain't the amount of the deposit, folks, Jockey. It's the principle of the thing. I've been doing business with the Third National Bank for 10 years, and they don't even know I'm a customer.
They sent him a letter this morning asking him to become a depositor, Doctor. You'll admit that's a pretty slipshod way of doing business.
You said it. And before I get through with them, I'll have them drawing key artists calling to me on their pinstripe knees.
Look, muscle proud. Don't go borrowing trouble, particularly at a bank. The interest rate is too high.
They asked for it, and by George, I'm going to give it to them. As I was telling the trivia just yesterday. The trivia mentioned you, incidentally. You and Fifi Tremaine.
Now, Mr.
If you don't mind, Wobble Jaw, I'd prefer not to discuss Miss Tremaine with you.
Okay, discuss her with Molly. I'll just listen.
How is Miss Tremaine, Doctor? Been seeing much of her?
Well, of course he has. That's what I was trying to tell him. The trivia says, and I quote, he says he was getting pretty weary of a certain chloroform cowboy hanging around his girlfriend.
His girlfriend?
Now, McGee, please don't start.
That's what he said. He says if you don't quit pestering Fifi, he's going to take one of your hypo needles and tattoo Killjoy with here on your forehead.
Why
that? He says it'll have to be wrote very small on account of you have such a low forehead. But
he said that, did he? Well, you tell him for me that I was...
Most likely for you, Doctor.
Leave a nickel on the table when you go out that way.
That was an incoming call, McGee.
Oh, I see, yes.
Hello, Gamble speaking. Who? Oh, yes, Mrs. Bannon. What? Well, now, don't be alarmed about it. Early or late, you'll have it eventually. Huh? Oh, nonsense. I've delivered hundreds of them in my time. I know what I'm talking about. All right, Mrs. Bannon. Goodbye.
Who's Mrs. Bannon, Doctor?
My housekeeper. She's worried because her True Story magazine hasn't arrived.
I should have bummed a ride downtown with Doc. I want to get my hands on that Cook
Now,
McDonald.
McGee, don't talk like that. There isn't a more upright man in town than Mr. McDonald.
He may be upright now, but I'll flatten him out like a puddle of milk.
What's he ever done to you?
He's loaned me money every time I ask for it. That's what he's done to me. He knows the best way to undermine a guy's character is lend him dough. If it hadn't been for him, I might have been a wealthy man today. But no, I could always get money from McDonald.
My. Dearie, sometimes I wish you wouldn't act so human. If Mr. McDonald...
Hello, Molly. May I come in?
Oh, Mr. Wilcox, yes, of course.
Hi, Junior. Say, what are you so red in the face for, pal? You've been practicing holding your breath again?
Oh, he got a letter from the bank this morning, Mr. Wilcox, and he's still a little disturbed about it.
A little disturbed, she says. I'm as sore as a busted nose.
Had a letter from the bank?
Look, Junior, I've had an account with those swindle merchants for 10 years, and now they tell me they haven't got my name on their books.
Well, you worry too much about material things like that, pal. Get some outside interest. Painting or poetry, like I do. I've been composing myself.
That's what I suggested he do. Compose himself.
Yes, I've just been out for a long walk, writing a sonnet to Spanielize.
Whom to?
My wife. She's out of town visiting her mother, and I decided I'd write her a sonnet every day. Want to hear it?
Frankly, no. So go ahead.
Okay. I've still got some work to do on it, of course. It's pretty rough.
Read it, Mr. Wilcox.
Okay. Like I say, the first part of it is pretty terrible, but it's got a terrific finish, kid.
Read it!
Thanks. To Spanielize. Oh, while you visit far from me, our cottage lonely as a tomb, and life sits there as winter trees, with only memories to exhume. I would hear a tune for footsteps light, search your smile, your laugh, your merry eyes, the joy of your return each empty night. Johnson's Logo.
Oh.
Johnson's Loco.
What's that in there for?
That's the terrific finish I mentioned. Oh! Why, for linoleum and other floor coverings, Johnson's self-polishing glow coat is a terrific finish.
Yeah, but what's that?
It's a good thing I'm a poet as well as a salesman. Otherwise, how could I describe the sparkling beauty, the coruscating glitter of a glow-coated linoleum? How could I describe in mere words the tactile ecstasy, the optical delight, the aesthetic satisfaction in the glossy, stain-resisting protection of Johnson's glow coat?
Take Mr. Wilcox up to the guest room, dearie. The Edgar guest room.
I'm a kind of a poet myself, Waxy. I just wrote one that goes, "We've heard your poem, why don't you go home?"
Okay, I will. I've got to write another verse about how Johnson's glow coat is so easy to apply. Just pour a little of it out and give it 20 minutes to dry. No hard work or toil, no rubbing or buffing. No worry, no fuss, no bother, no nothing. Hey, that's it. I'll go home and write that down.
Sentimental character. His wife leaves town and he makes a commercial out of it. Hey, what time is it?
About half past.
Oh, boy, we better get down to that bank. They'll soon be closed.
That's a good idea, and I hope Mr. McDonald doesn't keep you waiting.
He won't keep me waiting, Tootsie. One more little annoyance from him, and I'll go through that bank like Christmas through the egg money. Get your hat on. I want to get down there and rip that bunch of creeps apart till they...
Cease firing, Gunner. A friend approaches. Come in.
Hello, Molly. McGee.
Hi, Elizabeth. We're getting ready to go downtown.
Oh, well, I'll drive you down when you're ready.
Oh, come on. Sit down, Mr. Mayor. We've plenty of time. Been Christmas shopping, have you?
I think that's what I've been doing, Mrs. McGee. What a crowd. I feel like I've been doing high dives into a dry bathtub.
Well, I hope you picked up something for Fifi Tremaine, Elizabeth. I hear Doc Gamble is going to give her a diamond Carrara and for free medical examinations for a year.
Now, McGee, Dr. Gamble didn't say that.
Certainly not. Not like that. Tell you what he did say, though, Elizabeth. He said he was getting pretty sick and tired of you hanging around his girls so much.
Whose girl?
McGee, you told Dr. Gamble that...
Now, wait a minute, Molly. I don't want to forget this. He also told me, Elizabeth, that if he ever ran into you around her house again, he was going to string a rope through your ears and haul you up on top of the City Hall flagpole.
I see. That's very interesting, McGee.
Well, what are you going to do about it, Elizabeth? You're not going to let him get away with it, are you? Why don't you go down to his office and give him a good poke?
Oh, McGee.
Okay.
Stop it.
I rather imagine you'll know after Christmas just which one of us Miss Tremaine likes best, McGee.
Have you got her something nice, Mr. Mayor?
Indeed, I have, Mrs. McGee. You remember that lovely ermine scarf in the bonbon window? That's for Fifi.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes, the minute I saw it, I said to myself, that's for her.
Fifi.
Yes. I'll have that beautiful ermine stole for Fifi.
You have it stolen for her?
Why, Mr. Mayor, you're joking.
Joking? I said I wanted that ermine stole for Fifi's Christmas present. Is that wrong?
Wrong to steal? You mean to tell us you're running the City Hall with ethics like that? My
Now, just a minute. Who said anything about stealing?
I can answer that when you did.
Certainly. You said you'd had the ermine stole for your girlfriend. Who'd you have steal it? Some crooked ward hero?
I had nobody steal it. I never said I had anybody steal it for me.
You don't mean you stole it yourself.
Wait till they find out it's missing. They'll drag out a throne that...
Go out and drag it.
Yeah. They'll tear this town up till they find you.
Please, McGee. Oh, now, just a minute.
Aren't you certain, Mr. Mayor?
Not at all. Now, look. I merely said that when I saw this lovely ermine piece at the bonbon, I immediately decided that Miss Tremaine should have it for Christmas.
And a nice thought it is. It's only your method.
If you please. Now, I took my checkbook, went down to the bonbon, called the salesman, so I could have the ermine sold for Fifi's present.
Oh, you bribed the sales girl to steal it for you. Contributing to the delinquency of a minor and having...
I did not mind a briber. A minor. When I stole the firm, when the firm were piece, the ermine perfect, the seals were stole. The sales girl, but then, I want them. You. McGee?
Yes?
I offered to drive you and Molly downtown.
Yes, you did.
I withdraw my offer to you. You can walk.
Okay.
Molly, I'd love to drive you down anytime you're ready.
Oh, thank you, Your Honor. You mind if I take a friend?
Sure.
Thanks. Come on, McGee.
Okay.
The King's Men sing the coffee song.
Way down among Brazilian, coffee beans grow by the billion, so they've got to find those extra cups to fill. They've got an awful lot of coffee in Brazil. You can't get cherry soda, cause they've got to fill their quotas, and the way things are, I guess they never will. They've got 1 million tons of coffee in Brazil. And no tomato juice, and furthermore, you see no tissue. All the planters down in Santos don't say no. A politician daughter was accused of drinking water and was fined a great big $50 bill. They got an awful lot of coffee in Brazil. You take a girl and find out later she's a human percolator. Her perfume was made right on the grill. Why they could percolate the ocean in Brazil. And when they're ham and eggs, they savor coffee, ketchup gives them flavor, coffee pickles way out Brazil. Why they put coffee in the coffee in Brazil. No tea, no and no tomato juice. You see, no tomato juice, no use. For the planters down in Santos will say no. So you add to the local color, serving coffee with a cruller. Everybody knows the art of dunking doesn't take a lot of skill. They've got an awful lot of coffee in Brazil. In Brazil. In Brazil.
Hurry, Molly. It's almost time for the bank to close.
I want to stop in at the beauty salon and get my compact theory. I left it there yesterday.
You ought to carry your makeup in a stamped addressed envelope. Where is this beauty shop?
Right here.
Oh, it's handy.
Come on in.
Oh, my God. Hey, look.
In what theory?
Look at the woman sitting there in the diver's helmet.
That's the hairdryer, McGee.
Oh.
Oh, hello, Elsie. Hello, Mrs. McGee. If you come in for your appointment, and it is till tomorrow. And if it's for a manicure, you got that yesterday.
No, we just stopped in to pick up my wife's contact lens.
Oh, here it is, Mrs. McGee. I thought maybe you was bringing your husband in for maybe a shampoo or a henna wrench or something. Oh, now him, Elsie. He washes his own hair. Yeah, I'll bet he cuts it himself, too.
No, Elsie. It just looks this way because the last time I went to the barber shop, I had the hiccups. Do men really get any work done in here?
Oh, I'll say. A very prominent citizen is having his hair done in the face booth right now. Really, Elsie? Yeah. He said he'd stop by and pick it up about 4 o'clock. He's a fellow that...
What's that, fire drill?
No. Mrs. Dillon bakes in the steam cabinet, and that means she's almost done.
Oh.
What's the signal when she's completely done, Elsie? That's it. I'll be with you in a minute, dearie.
You better go yank her out, Elsie, or at least stick a fork in her and see how she's doing.
Let her roast a while, Mr. McGee. She's got the skin we love to good. Not very popular with the operators, huh, Elsie? Honey, she's the type person which tips a girl $25 and then borrows $1 for cab fee. She's so tight, only our strongest manicurist can push her cuticle back. Well, come in again, folks. Goodbye, Elsie. Certainly a handsome bank, McGee, but why do they all have such high ceilings?
I don't know why the others do, but with all the second story workers they got in here, Hey, I wonder where old man McDonald keeps himself.
Well, maybe I'm just being silly, but could he be at that desk with a little sign that says Mr. McDonald on it?
That's it. And there's the dirty abscounder himself. Aha! I caught you at last, McDonald.
Hello, McGee. Good day, Mrs. McGee. Have a chair.
Be careful, Molly. Probably got a booby trap.
Don't be silly, dearie. Thank you, Mr. McDonald.
Have a cigar, McGee.
Oh, bribery, eh? Those tactics will get you no place, McDonald. Now. Oh, Corona, huh? Thanks. Have a cigar, Molly?
Certainly not. You know I don't smoke.
Take one. You might want to give it to somebody later tonight. After dinner, you know. Now,
Pardon me, McGee. McDonald speaking. How's that? U.S. savings bond? Oh, absolutely. I don't know a better way to invest your money. Certainly. You not only set up your savings for the future, but you help curb inflation. Not at all. I'll be glad to sell them to you. Goodbye.
you get a commission? Now, look, McDonald, I've been doing business with you for 10 years. Done all my banking here.
Oh, that's all right, McGee. This business we take the bitter with a sweet.
You see, McGee, I told you Mr. McDonald would remember that you had an account here.
Certainly I remember it, Mrs. McGee. Hardly a day passes that his account isn't on my desk for one reason or another. We know Mr. McGee is the customer here.
Oh, you do, eh? Then how do you explain this, McDonald?
Explain what?
This letter. Dear Mr. McGee, we'd like to handle your banking business. Come down and open an account with us.
What?
There it is, in black and white. Reason we buy water, you cold-blooded...
I see. Mr. McGee, do you know where you are right now?
Certainly I know where I are. I'm sitting right here in the Third National Bank with you.
And what does it say on the top of this letter of yours?
It says Fourth National Bank of Wistful Vista. Oh, Fourth National Bank. Oh, but this is the Third National. Oh. That's kind of silly of me, isn't it?
Yes, it is, McGee.
But as long as you're here, we've got an overdraft on your account of $3.33.
Oh, this is ridiculous.
How do you like your linoleum floors to look? If you like to have them have a bright gloss, one that's easy to maintain, you'll want to protect them with Johnson's self-polishing glow coat. Now, if you're using glow coat for the first time, you'll be delighted to see how easily and evenly it spreads, how smoothly it dries without any streaking. 20 minutes after you've applied Johnson's glow coat, your linoleum and other floors will be ready to walk on and shining beautifully. You know, of course, that glow coat is self-polishing. It shines as it dries without any rubbing or buffing. It keeps the colors and pattern of your linoleum bright as new, and it adds greatly to its life. So there you have three very good reasons why you prefer glow coat. Brighter shine, easier housework, and economy. Try it, won't you? Find out why. More women use Johnson's self-polishing glow coat than any other floor polish, and with far greater satisfaction.
There's still one cigar left in the box, McGee. You might as well take it, too.
Thanks, Max. Say, incidentally...
Wait, McGee. Telephone.
Hello? Fourth National? Cashier, please. Mr. Leslie. Hello, Leslie. McDonald, third. Yes, one of our depositors just received a letter from you people soliciting his banking business. Mr. McGee. Yes. Was this your idea? It was. Oh, you fool, you.
Good night, Max.
Good night, all.
This is Harlow Wilcox speaking for the makers of Johnson's Wax products for home and industry and inviting you to be with us again next Tuesday night. Good night. This is NBC, the National Broadcasting Company.
WMAQ.
Johnson's Wax products for home and industry presents Fibber McGee and Molly with Bill Thompson, Gail Gordon, Arthur Q. Bryan, B. Benaderet, and me, Harlow Wilcox. The script is by Don Quinn and Phil Leslie. Music by the King's Men and Billy Mills Orchestra. Well, winter's really here now. We might as well face it. That means plenty of snow and rain, so I hope your kitchen floors are well protected. And I do mean with Johnson's self-polishing glow coat. Perhaps you haven't used glow coat lately. If not, you'll be surprised all over again how quick and easy it is to wax protect your linoleum with this old favorite. There's no rubbing or buffing. You simply apply and let dry. In 20 minutes, Johnson's glow coat forms a tough, shining coat of wax over every inch of your floor. Right away, your linoleum is bright and new looking. Its color's fresh and clear. And from that moment on, your floor troubles are practically over. With regular Glow Coat protection, dirt, muddy footprints, and spilled things wipe up easily. Yes, Glow Coat is the easiest way I know to keep your floors looking nice. But look, for a brighter shine that will really last, be sure to get Johnson's self-polishing Glow Coat. There's a certain type of man who just loves a good fight, if somebody else doesn't. They are students of the Let You and Him Fight School. And here's one of the type right now who shall remain nameless, unless you want to call him Mr. McGee, of Fibber McGee and Molly.
Hello? Oh, what's that, Doc? Well, I just wanted to call you and tell you what the trivia says about you. He says, and I quote, if Dr. Gamble doesn't stop annoying Miss Fifi Tremaine with his attentions, I'm going to take steps. Unquote. No, I don't know what he meant, Doc, but it sounds pretty sinister. Okay, boy, it's all in friendship.
Just exactly what are you trying to do here?
What do you mean?
I mean that for months now you've been needling the doctor about the mayor and ribbing the mayor about the doctor. What's the object of this campaign?
It's going to get a little action into that love affair, that's all. Poor Fifi's romance has about as much color in it as the bottom of a halibut. I'll fix that. Hand me the phone.
You still got it.
Oh.
And I warn you, McGee, one of these days you'll be shopping for a new nose.
Hello, operator. Give me the mayor at the city hall. Hello, Latrivia. What's the matter, Latrivia? You got a call? Oh, his secretary. Look, sis, give me the mayor. It's an emergency.
An emergency? It's about as urgent as the bartender at a revival.
Hello, Latriv. This is McGee speaking. Look, buddy, as a friend of yours, I want to put you hep to something. Doc Gamble is making trouble for you.
This comes from an authority on troublemaking, too.
What say, Latriv? Now, don't get me wrong, boy. I'm just telling you. This is for your own good. I'm a success as a husband, you know.
McGee is a great lover. Tell him how you caught the measles on our honeymoon, Jimmy.
Now, get this, Latriv. Doc's been telling around town that if you don't get out of Fifi Tremaine's life, he's going to have the grand jury investigate your black market activities. Okay, boy, it's all in friendship.
Friendship. Heavenly days. When they last term. McGee, what's this about the mayor and the black market? Why, he's as honest as anybody in the world, and you know it.
He's involved, all right. You know that market at 14th and Oak?
Yes.
That belongs to Latrivia's cousin, Benny Black. Latrivia loaned him the dough to buy it. See how I work, baby? Take a grain of truth, add a hunk of imagination, stir with a heavy hand, and presto, dynamite.
I think you're stirring up a batch of TNT that's going to blow your ears off, Jerry.
Don't you worry about me, Freddie. I know what I'm doing. I think. I'm going to get them two Airedales acting like wolves if it takes every trick in the bag. Otherwise, poor Fifi's going to spend her old age sitting by the window wondering if she used the wrong perfume.
Well, just the same, somebody's the door, McGee. And it may either be the doctor or the mayor. Now, I'm going upstairs so I won't have to see you lying here in a pool of tea. Now, be careful.
You just leave it to me, love boat. I can handle it. Ah, there goes a good kid. I'd fight Sitting Bull himself for her fair hand. Any other Indian as old as Sitting Bull must be by now. Hi, George. Come in.
Hi, mister.
Huh? Oh, hi there, little girl. Better not stick around too long now, Teeny. I'm expecting two guys along any minute with long, sharp knives in their hands.
Oh, gee, honest?
They're painfully honest, sis. Otherwise, they wouldn't be knave enough to fall for my shenanigans. What you got there, sis?
This is a dolly.
Oh.
His name is Henrietta. He's named after my cousin Wilbur.
Now, wait a minute, sis. In the first place, Henrietta is a girl's name.
I know it.
But you says his name is Henrietta.
Sure, it's a boy doll.
But you says you named him after your cousin Wilbur.
I know it.
Well, then why didn't you name the doll Wilbur?
Well, Wilbur isn't a girl's name.
Oh. Never mind. Incidentally, sis, your doll seems to be a little beat up. Why don't you toss her in the ash can and ask Santa Claus for a new one?
Oh, I gotta get it fixed, mister. Our teacher, Miss Yegley, told us to fix up all our old toys and bring them to school when we send them to the poor little children that maybe Santa Claus wouldn't get around to.
Oh, that's a wonderful idea.
Sure it is, I bet you. Miss Yegley says that Santa Claus's reindeer fly so high that sometimes you can only see the houses with the biggest chimneys.
I never thought of that, sis. That explains a lot of things.
Yes, Miss Jiggly says Santa Claus depends a lot on people who are down on the ground where they can see the little houses.
Sis, that teaching you is all right.
Mm-hmm.
How those women can give you kids such high ideas on such low salaries is a mystery to me. Give me that doll. I'll fix it for you. I got a basement full of tools and time on my hands.
Oh, gee, thanks, sister. You're wonderful, I bet you.
No, I just like to tinker around. It's very handy with tools. Tell all your schoolmates to leave their busted toys with me. I'll fix all of them up for them.
Oh, why, thanks, mister. Miss Jiggly's going to be awful happy about this, I bet you.
She is, eh? I said she is, eh?
Yes, what?
She's going to be awful happy about it.
Oh.
Miss Jiggly!
I know it. Miss Jiggly told us why Santa Claus grew that big white beard. It's for Patty.
Patty?
Sure. She says he's got tired of taking it on the chin from people who wouldn't cooperate. Thanks very much, mister.
Cute kid. She's always... Hey, what have I got myself into? I don't know anything about fixing toys. Why don't I keep my big mouth shut?
The King's Men sing Red River Valley.
Oh, my darling, I know you are leaving. So you say it is just for a while. But, my darling, you know I'll be grieving for the sound of your voice and your smile. I have waited a long time, my darling, for the words that you never would say. Now I know that my dreams all are over, for I know you are going away. Come back to the Red River Valley. Please come back to a heart that is true. I'll be here in the Red River Valley. I'll be waiting, my darling, for you.
Oh, please, McGee, will you get away from that telephone long enough to...
I got the trivia.
Oh, dear.
Hi, Alfred. This is McGee again. Huh? What do you mean, quit calling you up with this nonsense? What's so nonsensical about another guy walking away with the girl you love?
Listen to Cupid poisoning his arrowhead.
Look, Fred, this is serious. You know that big photo of you that Fifi Tremaine keeps on her piano? Well, for your private information, Doc Gamble drew a mustache and a derby on it. Yeah. Makes you look like a tout at a dog track. Okay, boys, all in friendship. That got him, Molly. He's sore as a footful of thumbtacks.
Now, McGee, this is horrible. You'll have those two men shooting at each other on sight. McGee, who are you calling now?
Don't call Doc Gamble. Tell him what the trivia did with his picture on Fifi's piano. You know, drew a mustache and a derby hat on it.
But that's what you told the mayor Dr. Gamble did to his picture.
Yeah, you get it? Get him so confused, nobody will know who done what. That's why I figured it.
Oh, dear, maybe this is one of them now.
I hope so. I can needle him much better in person. Come in.
Well, heavenly days of it isn't Mrs. Carstairs. Come in, Mrs. Carstairs. How do you do, my dear? Good day, Mr. McGee.
Hi, Carstairs. Haven't seen you since the Johnstown Club. Where you been?
In Europe, Mr. McGee.
Oh.
Mr. Carstairs had business in London, and then we went to the south of France, where I purchased a cocoon. Oh, my goodness, how wonderful, Millicent.
Is that it you got on, Carstairs? But if you paid more than 30 francs for it, you got plugged. I saw one just like it in the window of the bond house for $4.98, and I'm sure...
I did not say chateau, Mr. McGee. I said chateau.
That's a French castle, really.
Oh.
Architecture by Louis XIV and plumbing by Dracula.
Oh, yeah. I seen one of them when I was in France in 1918. It explains why they drink wine instead of water over there. They got pipes in them joints that were rusty when Joan built the ark.
My chateau is a very modern structure, Mr. McGee. Very modern. It has 3 drawing rooms, 22 guest rooms, crystal chandeliers throughout, and a dungeon.
Dungeon, eh?
Yes, you must come over and visit us sometime.
Millicent, did you fly or go by boat?
Oh, we flew over and returned on the Queen Elizabeth, my dear.
I went by clipper to France when I was in the First World War, Carty.
McGee, they didn't have transatlantic airplanes then.
Oh, I didn't fly. I was company barber on a cruise ship. Well, it's nice seeing you again, Carty.
Thank you, Miss McGee. It's good to be home. One gets rather weary of passport visas, customs inspections, and keeping track of 39 pieces of luggage.
Heavenly days, Millicent. Do you travel with 39 pieces of luggage?
Oh, no, my dear, just the trunk. But they dropped it on the dock, and we could only find 39 pieces of it. Well, do come over for dinner some evening. Make it Thursday, 8:30, black tie.
What is it?
8:30. That's British for about 9 o'clock. And black tie means you have to wear your tuxedo, which means you can't go.
I doesn't. I look very good in a tuxedo. Anytime I've been mistaken for a waiter or a saxophone player.
I know, but the moths have been at your dinner coat. The lapels look like they'd been worn by a clay pigeon at a skeet shoot.
Oh, I don't want to go over there for dinner anyway. Too fancy. I always feel... Hey, I got to call Doc. I'm letting the shoes get cool. Hand me the phone.
No, I'll have nothing to do with it.
Okay, but when P.P. Tremaine gives you a slice of wedding cake, remember who cooked it up. I'm the guy that figured...
Hello, folks. Mind shooting?
Not at all, Mr. Wilcox, not at all. In fact, a friend may come in very useful in a short time, especially if he knows his first aid.
Hi, Junior. Have a chair. A ringside seat.
For what, Al?
I'm promoting a grudge fight between Slugger Gamble, the chloroform kid, and one round of trivia, the fiend of the people.
Read that again.
Huh? Oh, the friend of the people.
Hey, what's all this all about? Is Doc sore at the mayor?
Well, if he isn't, it ain't my fault, Junior. I've been knifing him from all directions. I got Gamble so steamed up he whistles at Greycroft.
Well, I still don't know what's going on.
Look, Junior, Gamble and the mayor are both socks over garters in love with P.P. Tremaine, see? And what are they doing about it? Nothing. So I'm going to get them mad at each other so they'll start swinging. One of them will marry P.P. just to spite the other one.
Well, now, that's a grand foundation for matrimony, I must say.
Huh?
They'll hate each other before they get out of the church.
Oh, no, they won't. My psychology is very sound. He marries one man, and the other man will be the best man, and the best man will always wonder if the groom wasn't the best man, and the best man will always know he should have been the groom. It creates uncertainty, which causes doubt, which means nobody knows the answer. If everybody knew all the answers, who'd ever get married?
Well, I think you're talking through your fedora, pal. Personally, I think certainty is a valuable asset in marriage.
Do you, Mr. Wilcox?
Sure. My wife knows there's only one thing in the world as important to me as she is.
My gosh, what's that, Jimmy?
Johnson's self-polishing glow coat.
You mean glow coat is just as important to you as your wife, Mr. Wilcox?
Well, I've known glow coat longer. Then, too, I can get Johnson's glow coat at 100 stores in this town, but my wife might be in any one of them. I never know.
Yeah, but
My wife takes an hour and a half to take a bath.
Yeah.
Glow coat dries in 20 minutes or less. If my wife spills a drop of coffee on her gown, she's horrified. But the spots can be wiped up from a glow-coated floor with the greatest ease.
Well, even so, I don't quite see...
Johnson's glow coat requires no rubbing or buffing. And my wife spends hours and hours with the masseuse and the manicure.
Yeah, but what that got to do...
Furthermore, glow coat can restore life and sparkling beauty to a worn and shabby old linoleum. Can my wife do that? Yes, but how? With glow coat. You see, it's indispensable to her, and what's indispensable to her is indispensable to me. That's why we're happy, son. Common interest. So don't you go monkeying into love affairs until you talk to me. Overseas.
Well,
am confused. What's he advising, McGee?
I don't know, but I ain't the type guy that takes advice anyway. I'm the type guy that dishes it out. Now, look, Doc is coming over here in a little while, and I'm going to get Latrivia over here, too, at the same time.
Oh, no, dearie. Not all over my fine carpet. My goodness, they'll...
Hot dog, that must be Doc. Stick around, kiddo, while I turn Love's young dream into a nightmare. Come in.
Ah, it's Mr. Wimple. Come in, Mr. Wimple.
Hi, Wimp.
Hello, folks.
You got any dueling pistols, Wimp?
Dueling pistols? Heavenly days.
No, I haven't, Mr. McGee. I've got a little glass pistol full of jelly beans, though. It went off this morning, and I almost got killed.
Got killed? With a pistol full of candy?
Yes. I was hiding on top of the bookcase with it. Sweetie Face. That's my big old wife.
Yes, we've heard you mention her.
Sweetie Face was looking for me, and my hand slipped, and my little pistol went off the bookcase and hit her on the head. Oh, am I in trouble?
My goodness, you don't have much fun in your life, do you, Mr. Wimple? I hope you had a happy childhood at least.
Oh, I suppose my childhood was nice, Mrs. McGee, although I was too young to really appreciate it. I was the youngest child in our family, in fact.
That happens to some kid in every family, Wimp. Most of them break their necks to grow up so they can wish they were kids again.
Yes, I often wish I was 5 years old again.
Why 5 years old, Mr. Wimple?
Well, I wouldn't be married for one thing. In fact, at that age, I wouldn't be married for anything. I did have a lot of nice toys as a child, though. I had tiddlywinks, and yo-yo, and a bike light.
Bike light? What's a bike light?
Like a tricycle, only with just 2 wheels. Oh, I was a toughie in those days.
Were you really?
I really was, Mrs. McGee. I used to throw snowballs with coal in them and big rocks.
Not you, Mr. Wimple.
Yes, but one year some boys made a big snowball and threw it clear through our front window. And that broke me with that, all right.
Flung it through your window? My gosh, what was in that snowball, Wimp?
Me. My goodness, was I ever cold? My family always referred to that day as the time Wallace came home stiff. Well,
Billy Mills in the orchestra and the gal in calico.
This thing is coming to a head, Molly. In just a few minutes, you'll see 2 respectable citizens mixing it up like a couple of kids from the car bar.
Oh, now, McGee, why did you have to start all this furor? Is that what you call friendship? Getting 2 men angry with each other? My goodness.
It's them. Retire to a neutral corner, Snooky. The gong is about to ring. Come in.
Hello, Dr. Gamble.
Hi, Doc, old pal. I was just...
Where's who, Doctor?
The gentleman who's been making all those underhanded remarks about me. The fellow who put a mustache and a derby hat on my photograph. Oh, he'll be here in a minute, Doc. If you mean Latrivia, the guy that says you smell like a fracture ward and haven't the social grace of a wounded moose, he'll be here in a minute.
That's probably him now, boys. Come in.
Where is he?
Hi, Latrivia. Where's who?
The chap who's been carrying my personal reputation to shreds. The one who's looking for trouble and is going to get it.
Oh, dear.
Now, take it easy, fellas. Relax. We're all good friends, I remember. You wouldn't want to shake hands and forget the whole thing, would you? Of course you wouldn't.
You may tell His Honor that I don't care to shake hands. I just watch mine.
Says you don't want to shake hands with you, Latrivia.
Good. I don't care to shake hands with him either. I'm wearing some rather valuable gold cufflinks.
He says he don't want to shake hands with you either, Doc. He's afraid you'll cop his jewelry.
Oh, now, boys, look, it will only let
No use, Molly. It's no use. I've tried everything. They know all about each other, and I'm afraid the only answer is to have it out. Man to man. Amen.
You may tell the mayor that I am ready any time, McGee. With guns, knives, or broken bottles.
He says he'll take you on, Latrivia. Anything goes.
That suits me, McGee. Tell the doctor to give you the address of his next of kin so you'll know where to ship the body.
Heavenly days, gentlemen, this can't go on. We must just...
Molly, please. These guys are of age. They know what they're doing. You hear what Latrivia says, Doc?
I did. And as the party of stronger physique and greater intelligence, I shall let my opponent choose the weapon.
How's that, Latriv? What do you want to fight with?
As befitting the primitive nature of my adversary, I would suggest hatchet at 2 paces.
This is ridiculous. Besides, we only have one hatchet.
How about carving knives? We've got a lot of carving
I
knives.
object to carving knives. I don't want to waste time sterilizing them, and I never use unsterilized instruments.
For goodness sakes, now, this is too silly. If you must have a fight, and I doubt the necessity, why don't you just roll up your sleeves, go down to the basement, and act your age, which would be about 12 years.
Molly is right, McGee. We're grown men. We should settle this matter lightly. 10 rounds for a decision.
10 rounds for a decision. That's great. I'll be behind you. Now let's roll back the rug, lock the door.
No.
I object also. We cannot stage a brawl like this in the home of a friend.
Can't even do it inside the corporate limits of the city. We both have our positions to consider. The mayor of the city and its leading position.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Not at all, Doctor.
Hey, now, wait a minute. Don't go getting polite to each other. After all the trouble, I mean, look, how about you can play? On the dock. Nobody will be there this time of year. The loser gets a good ducking.
Why don't you all go out there and jump in and stop this nonsense?
Julian's lake's all right with me.
And me.
Okay, I'll drive you both out there. You coming, Molly?
No, you're all acting like school children. I refuse to go.
Okay, we won't be long. So long. Come on, friends. Okay. There's nobody around. Now, you guys go out on the dock there. I'll be with you as soon as I wind up my stopwatch. Don't start swinging.
Fine. Come on out and get it, Campbell.
Anytime you say. But just a word, Latrivia. Do you honestly think it was a little childish of you to draw a mustache on my photograph at Creasy's house?
Certainly, What? Me draw? Why, McGee told me you drew a mustache on my photograph.
Oh, he did. Another question. Did you ever tell him I smell like a fracture ward?
A fracture ward?
Yeah.
Why, of course not. I never even noticed it, as a matter of fact.
You know what I think, Your Honor?
Mm-hmm. I think the same thing, Doctor. Oh, McGee!
Step over here a minute, will you, my boy?
Now, here's the rule, see? All you gotta do is peel off your coat, roll up your sleeves, and lead with your left. When I say break, that ends the round. And hey!
Everything
I got him! Hey! Look out!
You careful now.
Try to stir up trouble with your loose lips.
No.
Come on, Doc.
He died.
Ridiculous.
Have you ever had this experience? You're visiting someone's home for the first time, and as you enter the living room, the first thing that catches your eye is the beautifully polished floor. It has a smooth, mellow luster, and the grain of the wood is so clear and lovely. Ask your hostess, 10 to 1 she'll tell you that for years her floor has been waxed regularly with genuine Johnson's wax. She may have used Johnson's face wax or Johnson's liquid wax. But the point is, regular waxing has made that floor and all her floors increasingly beautiful through the years. You see, when you apply Johnson's wax to your floors, furniture, and woodwork, you give them a shining coat of protection. The wax takes the hard wear, and the finish underneath is guarded. You also save yourself many, many hours of housework, because dust and dirt don't stick to a satin, smooth Johnson wax surface. Just an occasional light dusting keeps your wax home always clean and shining bright. Try it, won't you? Johnson's wax, paste, liquid, or cream.
Now, it's a miracle you didn't catch pneumonia, did you? Feel all right now? Have another cup of tea?
No, thanks. I'm okay. Who'd have thought them guys would get together on this thing? I consider that pretty underhanded.
Look who's talking. Now, listen, tell me. What was your real idea behind this plot?
Well, economy, to be honest.
Economy? In what way?
Christmas cards. If I could have got one and married the pieces by Christmas, it would have saved sending one card.
Good night, all.
This is Harlow Wilcox speaking for the makers of Johnson's Wax products for home and industry, inviting you to be with us again next Tuesday night. Good night. NBC, the National Broadcasting Company.
This is Chicago, WMA.
The makers of Johnson's Wax products for home and industry present Fibber McGee and Molly with Bill Thompson, Gail Gordon, Arthur Q. Bryan, Lee Benaderet, and me, Harlow Wilcox. The script is by Don Quinn and Phil Leslie. Music by the King's Men and Billy Mills Orchestra. Here it is, just a week to Christmas. You never saw so much hustle and bustle as there is in our house, and I guess it's the same with you, too. What with last-minute shopping and tree trimming, there's certainly lots to be done. But in spite of how busy you are, you still want your home to look its best for the holidays. And that's where Johnson's Wax comes into the picture. You see, if your floors, furniture, and woodwork are protected with genuine Johnson's Wax, that special holiday cleaning can be done in short order. A quick dusting, a touch-up with Johnson's Wax where needed, and your rooms are glowing with rich, mellow beauty. All set for the visits of your family and friends. And there are so many things you can protect with wax. Floors, woodwork, all kinds of furniture, and 100 other things in every room of your home. Get some Johnson's Wax, won't you? Paste, liquid, or cream. Johnson's Wax has helped brighten homes at the Christmas season since your grandmother's day. Mark Twain said that everybody talked about the weather, but nobody did anything about it. Well, Mark didn't live long enough. Nowadays, we can get a shower by turning a little gadget in the bathtub. We can get a breeze with a fan, and sunshine with a lamp. For instance, look at Fibber McGee and Molly.
McGee, for goodness sake, go put a shirt on and some pants. You've been sitting under that sun lamp for days in your swimming shorts and slippers. What if somebody should come in?
Let 'em. This is my living room, and I'm living. Hey, rub a little more suntan oil on my shoulders, will you?
Suntan oil?
Yep.
The trash box is overflowing with empty suntan oil bottles. How'd you happen to start this business, anyhow?
Well, I went down to Kramer's drugstore to buy some Scotch tape. They didn't have any Scotch tape, so I bought me a sun lamp.
Very logical. But look, haven't you had about enough for today?
My gosh, no, I just barely... Yep, that's enough. Cut it off. Time's up.
It's a good thing you set the alarm clock here. It's sort of silly for a man to get a sunstroke in his own living room, but you're begging for it.
I know what I'm doing, Tootsie. I'm following the directions to the letter. 20 minutes at a time, front and back.
Yeah, but it didn't say 12 times a day, though.
That was my own idea. And look at this stand, will ya? Pretty snazzy, eh? I'm beginning to look like a Spaniard.
Are Spaniards pink?
What do you mean, stink? Look at them arms, them shoulders, them chest, them stands.
Well, Well, it may be in time, but at the present stage, you merely look like you've been in more hot water than usual.
You wait. I'll get a sunburn on me that'll make the governor of Florida wake up screaming. Another week under this sun lamp, and I could go to the South Pole with Admiral Byrd's aunt.
With who? Admiral Byrd's aunt isn't going to the South Pole.
Why, she is. She certainly is. I was just reading. Here it is right here in the paper. Look. It says, Byrd's Antarctic Expedition. Ready. Sure. My gosh, if a little old lady like that can organize...
No, McGee. That's Admiral Byrd's Antarctic Expedition. The Antarctic is the South Pole.
It is?
Sure.
No kidding. How do you know all this stuff? I read the same things you do, and you always get more out of it.
Well, I read the punctuation, too. You know, like commas and periods and things.
No, I don't. It messes up the reading matter.
Well, if you don't read the periods, how do you know when you come to the end of a sentence?
Well, you turned me loose for $10 in the new suit. You get it, lover? End of a sentence, new suit, $10. That's what they always do.
Ain't funny, McGee.
Ain't? That's funny.
No, it ain't.
Ain't?
No. Oh, McGee, it's company. Put your pants.
Okay, hand me my t-shirt. Thanks. Hey, where's my belt buckle? I've lost my belt buckle.
You got your pants on back.
Huh? Oh. Okay, I got it. Let him in.
Come in. Oh, for goodness sakes, it's Mr. Wimple. Hello, Mr. Wimple.
Hi, Wimp, old man.
Hello, folks.
You notice anything different about himself here, Mr. Wimple?
Take a good look, Wimp.
Gracious me, isn't that wonderful? I wish I could wear house slippers around the house.
No. Not the house slippers, Wimp. The tan. Take a gander at these shoulders. See how brown I'm getting?
It's a very light shade at the moment, of course. Sort of an oyster blush pink.
Imagine that, a suntan in December.
Yep.
Now, you be careful, Mr. McGee. You can get an awful shock that way.
A shock? With a sun ray?
Yes. Wait till you see your electric light bill.
Mr. Wimple, you look pretty pink and healthy yourself. Been out for a walk?
Yes, in the woods, Mrs. McGee. With my bird.
With your what?
My bird. Maybe you don't read the North American Ornithologist Review.
Oh.
Otherwise, you'd have seen where I was elected corresponding secretary of the Whistle-Disted Bird Watchers and Migration Recorders. Unanimously, too.
Oh, isn't that wonderful, Mr. Wimple? And what do bird watchers do?
We watch birds.
I used to be a bird watcher in Vaudeville, Wimp. I've seen whole balconies full of Bronx warblers.
He's probably jealous because you were laying bigger eggs there.
You know, just this morning I thought I saw a purple-crested, swallow-tailed Australian grackle.
Oh, gee. Pretty rare, Wimp?
Rare? My gracious, they aren't even in the bird book. I named this one myself. Then coming home, I saw a little boy robin.
A little boy robin?
Yes, a little boy robin, a blue jay's nest. But bird watching is really such fun. Last summer, I was looking through my telescope, and I saw a full-grown tom turkey, no bigger than a sparrow.
My God. A freak, eh?
No, I was looking through the wrong end of the telescope. Well, I hope you get a beautiful suntan, Mr. McGee. Goodbye.
So long.
Billy Mills and the orchestra play The Best Man.
McGee, are you under that sun lamp again?
Yep, I'm getting a beautiful tan, too, I think. Another couple of days of this, and I'll be browning a hot and tooth.
You mean top?
Top my clavicle. I'll be browning a grown-up hot and tooth.
Well, now, don't overdo it. The human epidermis is not designed for charcoal broiling.
I ain't the type guy that burns. I'm the type guy that turns a beautiful deep brown. A summer in the hot sun for me, and that's it. Shut off the sun lamp. Time's up.
There you are. Here, now, take this towel and wipe off some of that suntan lotion. You're as oily as the butler in the movie.
I got to use a lot of it to keep out the ultraviolet rays.
I think you mean ulcer.
Well, frankly, I think it's pretty ultra myself, but I was just trying to be modest. With a suntan like I'm going to get, I don't...
Don't put your trousers on again, dearie. Hurry.
I got them. Hand me my t-shirt. Thanks. Okay.
Come in. Oh, hello there, Mrs. Carstairs. Do come in.
How do you do, my dear? Good day, Miss McGee.
Hi, Carsey. Fling the mix off and toss the frame on an orange tray. May not be a place, but it's home.
Read that again, dear.
Oh, it may not be a palace, but it's home.
That's better. Won't you sit down, Millicent, and have a slug of tea?
Thank you, no, my dear. I'm just taking a moment for my Christmas shopping, and I don't know what to give Mr. Carstairs. He has simply everything.
How about some gold-plated golf clubs, Carsey? That'd be pretty fancy.
Oh, he already has sterling silver golf clubs, Mr. McGee. I'm afraid we consider gold ones a bit flashy.
The conservative type.
Oh, very, my dear. He does absolutely nothing that people could criticize. He even wires Mr. Petrillo before he takes the band off a cigar.
Got everybody else taken care of, Millicent? A diamond Carrera for the cook and a town car for the handyman, I suppose.
Oh, yes. Although my nephew is another difficult one. Hubert Updike III, you know.
My gosh, Hubert Updike. Is he your nephew? I've heard a lot about him. Friday night. A pal of all and yours.
Yes, a very well-to-do young man. Of course, he's on a very meager allowance now. 10,000 a week until he comes into the estate.
Well, a boy can live on that if he doesn't eat dessert.
Gee, for a kid like that, you got to get something pretty unusual, Carsey, like a nightclub with fresh air in it. Or maybe an antique fountain pen that you can fill with ink every couple of weeks.
That is so true, Mr. McGee. Last year we offered to buy Hubert the Hialeah racetrack, but Hubert is allergic to horses.
Oh, really, Millicent? Does he sneeze when he passes them?
No, he cries when the other horses pass them. Well, thank you so much for being so helpful. Good day.
So long, Millie. Hey, you know what? Them Carstairs must have all the dough in the world, you know?
Yeah, but they say Mr. Carstairs is very stingy.
Yeah?
Tighter than a coat of paint was the term, I believe.
Well, when you're that rich, you can afford to be stingy. When I tip 40 cents for a $4 dinner, I'm a dirty little tightwad with fish hooks in my pocket. But if Carstairs does it, he's a charming old eccentric who knows the value of money.
I guess so.
Hello, folks. How's things?
Hello, Mr. Wilcox.
Hi, Junior. How's the weather out?
Colder than the nose of a snowplow, pal.
Yeah?
This is the kind of day I'd like to be on a nice, warm desert island with 10 albums of swing music, a phonograph, and no needles.
No needles?
No, I don't like swing music. I'm a symphony man myself. I like Mozart, Grieg, Chopin, Prokofiev.
Oh, yes. Nothing like the
Very fine. Well,
Me too, Junior. I also like Gallum.
Who?
Gallum.
Gallum who?
Gallum Barrow. Well, look, Junior, you don't have to go to the South Seas to get a coat of tan. Take a look at me.
Okay, I'm looking.
Don't you notice it, Mr. Wilcox?
Notice what? Oh, he got a haircut.
Look at my arms and shoulders, Junior.
Oh, what about him? Just because you haven't the muscular development of some of the other fellows, so what? Gee whiz, lots of boys never had a chance.
Mr. Wilcox, now, he means his sunburn, can't you see it?
You mean those pink splotches on his skin?
What do you mean, pink spots? That's tan.
He's using a sun lamp to get a little color, Mr. Wilcox.
Yeah, I met a guy on the street the other day, and he says, hi, McGee. He says, how much are they? And I says, how much are what? And he says, aren't you raising mushrooms? And that's it. I had to get some color.
Well, I know another good way to get your color back.
When you say?
No, on your linoleum.
Yeah, but we weren't talking.
Johnson Self-Polishing Glow Coat. You know, it's amazing how it restores the life and luster to old and dingy linoleum.
Quit changing the subject.
I'm not changing this subject. I've been talking about Johnson's Glow Coat for years. About how it's so easy to apply, how you just pour a little out, spread it around.
Yeah, but about his suntan, Mr.
Suntan. Hey, it's funny you should mention suntan, Molly.
Funny, my gosh, I've been yapping my head off.
Yes, because I was just talking to a lady customer of mine about getting suntan this morning.
Were you, Mr. Wilcox?
Yes, I said to her, I said, does your son get tan for tracking up the kitchen floor? I said it's a shame to have your son tan for nothing, because if you perfect that linoleum with Johnson's Self-Polishing Glow Coat, you can wipe up those muddy tracks so easily. You can keep your linoleum protected against mud and dirt. Still things, keep it bright.
Look, Waxy.
Yes, Sal?
Have you got to go now?
Because if you do, Mr. Wilcox.
Hey, thanks for reminding me. I've got to go downtown and pick up my wife's Christmas present. Hey, wait till you see the terrific sparkler I'm getting her.
Sparkler? Oh, a diamond, Mr. Wilcox?
No, some Johnson Self-Polishing Glow Coat. So long, sir.
My gosh, that guy never did comment on my tan. What's the matter with everybody? Is this a conspiracy?
No, sweetheart. It's only that your tan isn't very dark yet.
Huh?
Why don't you stick some adhesive tape on yourself so you get tanned in stripes? People would notice that then.
No, sir. By George, I'll do this legitimate or I won't do it. Turn the sunlamp on again.
All right, Louise, but don't let yourself get overdone now.
Okay.
I've got to go up and start the linen. But I'll be down base every 15 minutes.
Okay. Ah, there goes a good kid. He really admires this lifeguard tan I got, but will she say so? Not her. She knows flattery makes me unbearable. She knows. Oh, where's my pants? Where's my pants? Where'd I put my... Somebody took my pants. Oh, I got them on. Come in.
Hi, mister.
Oh, hello, sis. What's on your mind?
Well, that's some more stuff, mister, like you said.
Like I said, when? What I...
More Buster toys. You said you took some olives for the poor children, remember? For Christmas?
Oh, yeah. Well, as a matter of fact, sis, to tell the truth, I don't believe I...
Yeah, you know my sister, Mr. Higley, she thinks you're just wonderful to do it, mister. So do all of kids, I betcha.
They do, eh?
I
says they do, eh?
They do what?
All the children think I'm wonderful.
Oh, boy, are you ever conceited, though.
Doggone it, sis, I didn't say I thought I was wonderful. I said they thought I was because you said they thought I was... Oh. What'd you bring this time?
Well, I left them on the back porch, mister. There's a scooter with the wheel off and a busted coaster wagon. And a little steam engine that the whistle don't blow on it good. And hey, did you fix the dolly I left you last week, mister?
Well, I'm still working on that, sis. It was a bigger job than I figured. How did it get so banged up?
Oh, my dog did that. He suited up one day. He's a cocker bulldog.
A cocker bulldog? You kidding, sis? A cocker and a bull are two different dogs.
I'll say so, mister. I bet you never saw two more different dogs than my dog, I bet you. My daddy says he's a pure-blooded mongrel.
Well, that sounds reasonable.
Yes? My daddy says he's either a police dog in plain clothes or a wire hair with a short circuit in the family.
Must be quite a mutt, sis. What does he look like?
Well, he's got long ears and a short tail. And his front legs are short and his back legs. And he's got hair all over his eyes like Veronica Lake. And Daddy says if we put him in a dog show, he'd get a blue ribbon for being the best dog of all breeds because Daddy says he's the only dog he ever saw that was all breeds.
What's his name?
John.
Where'd you get him?
See, mister, he was there when I was born.
He was?
Sure. He's 48 years old.
What?
He was a captain in the Marines.
He must be quite a poot.
Hey, don't you call my daddy a poot. He's a nice man.
Oh, you were talking about your daddy. I thought you were talking about the dog. How often you bathe him?
He bathes himself, I bet you. He takes a shower every morning and every night.
Your dog?
No, my daddy. He's awful smart, too. He brings the paper home and he sleeps every night.
Your daddy?
No, my dog. Well, I guess I better go home now and see if somebody's fed him.
Your dog?
No, my daddy. Mama's out of town. So long, Missy.
The King's Men sing Buttermilk Sky.
Oh, buttermilk sky, I'm keeping my eye peeled on you. What's the good word tonight? Are you going to be mellow tonight? Oh, buttermilk sky, can't you see my little donkey and me? We're as happy as a Christmas tree. Heading for the one, I love. I'll pop for that question, that old question. Will you, won't you, do you, darling, do you, do? And it'll be easy, oh, so easy, if I can only bank on you. Oh, buttermilk sky, I'm telling you why. Now you know, keep it in mind tonight. Brush those clouds aside. Oh, buttermilk sky, don't you fail me when I'm needing you low. Hang a moon above her hitching pole. Kiss me to the one I love. Oh, you can if you try. Buttermilk sky, don't tell me no lie. Just try and be mellow and bright tonight. Buttermilk sky. Buttermilk sky, I'm telling you why. Now you know, keep it in mind tonight. Keep brushing those clouds aside. Oh, buttermilk sky, don't you fail me when I'm needing you most. Hang a moon above her hitching post. Hitch me to the one I love. You can if you try. Don't tell me no lie. Don't tell me no lie. Please be mellow tonight. Buttermilk sky.
Now, McGee, you better forget that sun lamp for a while and get dressed. You're shivering.
I'm all right. That little girl over here left the door open a while.
Oh?
I'll bake out this chill with the sunlight. Boy, does this feel good. I'll bet
Guess she's cold, aren't you?
Nah, it's just the fuzz off this blanket tickling my nose. I still got a little while under the sun lamp before That's it. Time's up. Shut it off.
Let's see your candy.
Sure. Take a look.
My goodness, you actually are getting quite pink, McGee.
What do you mean, pink? I'm getting tan. I'm 3 shades darker than I was this morning.
Well, with that roast pork gray you started out with, it could easily be, you know. However, you still have a long way to go before you could be mistaken for a pot of water.
What? After 3 days under a sun lamp, I must be thicker skinned than everybody says. I thought by this time I'd be so...
Get your trousers on, dearie.
Hand me my teeth. Hey, who sewed up my pants like? I can't get my foot into my... Oh, that's the pot. Okay, I'm ready.
Come here. Oh, McGee, it's Mary Latrivia. Hello, Your Honor.
Hi, Latrivia.
Good day, Molly. Hello, McGee. I trust you felt no serious effects after Dr. Gamble and I polluted Dugan's Lake with your carcass last week?
Well, he did come home pretty filled, Mr. Mayor.
That was nothing. I had that coming to me, Latrivia. I can take a joke. I can...
I was afraid of something like this, McGee. In fact, I took the liberty of asking Dr. Gamble to come over and check up on you.
Why don't you guys mind your own business? Anytime I need a doctor, I'm perfectly capable. Hand me that blanket. I'm cold.
You better get to bed, dear. You're coming down with something.
Yes, McGee, better take care of that. I'd put you in bed forcibly myself if I didn't have to get down to the high school to judge a spelling bee.
What, Mr.?
A spelling bee. They're holding it in the auditorium.
That's the most wonderful thing I ever heard of, a spelling bee.
Can he spell any really big words, Latrivia?
Who?
It's bee. My goodness, I've heard of talking dogs and singing mice, but a spelling bee. Well, that's the most amazing.
Please, this is not an actual bee. That's ridiculous.
I'll say it is. An ordinary bee couldn't even spell honey, no matter how he's trained. This bee you got down there must be
It is not a bee.
But you said it was. You said they were holding it in the high school auditorium.
Yeah.
And if you'll take my advice, Your Honor, you'll wear a net over your face because if he gets loose...
He won't get loose. There's nothing to get loose. When I said they were holding a bee, I merely meant...
Pretty nervy kids they got down there, I'd say. I was always scared to death of bees, but those youngsters hold a bee just like...
They are not holding a bee, I tell you. Or rather, they are holding a bee. But the bee they're holding is not the kind of a bee that we...
Heavenly days. We wouldn't know one kind of a bee from another, Your Honor. So it doesn't really matter. Don't the pupils ever get stung?
Will you do stop talking about this bee as if it were an insect? This is a bee made up of 24 children. 12 on each side.
Isn't that interesting? What is a hornet made up of?
How many kids in a watch? The reason I asked is...
There isn't any one. I mean, reason. The bees that make up these children. You said that a hairnet, a hornet is a bee. Look, when I said something about a spelling bee, a spelling boo, spelling bar, it doesn't matter. You were the one who said it. I discussed it. McGee?
Yes?
If you were a bee, you'd have no trouble with the housing situation.
I wouldn't?
No. Everybody would love to see you get high. Good day.
I still don't think he's got a bee down there that can spell. My gosh, it's tough enough for me to spell. I could never...
Oh, dear, you have thought so. My goodness, lying around this drafty house in slippers and shorts or a thin little T-shirt Come in.
Hello there. I just met with Trivia outside. He says McGee's under the weather.
Well, I'm afraid he's catching a cold, Doctor. McGee, sneeze for the doctor.
I got kind of chilled, Doc. It started to...
Why shouldn't you have a chill, you incredible little knucklehead?
Huh?
Look at you. In the dead of winter, you sit around here with no socks on. And a wisp of cotton over your flat little chest that wouldn't make a pup tent for a field mouse.
Don't you think T-shirts are healthy, Doctor?
I like tea, my dear, but not with so much lemon.
Looky here, Fatso. I was dressed like this because I was trying to
Give
get
me your wrist and be quiet. When did the symptoms start?
Oh, not more than an hour ago.
Well, maybe we can head it off. I'll write your prescription. Put him to bed. Keep him quiet, if possible. Feed him lightly. A pulse like a brewery horse.
Look, Tonto Robert, what I was trying to tell you...
You're not telling me. You're not telling me this time, Bucko-Wart. I'm telling you. Now, scram up against the mattress, keep warm, keep quiet.
Anything else, Doctor?
Yes, one thing more. Call the drugstore and get a sun lamp up here. A few minutes a day under a sun lamp.
What? My gosh, I've been under a sun lamp. What do you think that thing is standing there right behind you, big witch doctor?
Oh. Take a look.
Yeah.
Well, where did you get the bulb in this sun lamp, McGee?
Out of the table lamp. The bulb that had in it was too hot.
The Johnson Wax Program with Fibber McGee and Molly. The makers of Johnson's Wax products for home and industry present Fibber McGee and Molly with Bill Thompson, Gail Gordon, Arthur Q. Bryan, Dee Benaderet, and me, Harlow Wilcox. The script is by Don Quinn and Phil Leslie. Music by the Kingsmen and Billy Mills Orchestra. You know, it isn't very often that we have the privilege of coming into your home on Christmas Eve. In fact, we figured it out this morning and discovered that it's happened only 3 times in the past 11 years. Well, that makes tonight a very special occasion for all of us on the show and for the makers of Johnson's Wax. So, on behalf of Fibber and Molly and all the rest of us, here's hoping you have a very happy holiday season. to the Wistful Vista branch of Santa Claus Incorporated, where we find one of St. Nick's little helpers hard at work. You've got a room full of broken toys, a handful of broken tools, and a future full of broken fingers. Ow! That's rat. This touching scene has been repeated at intervals all week. And all Mrs. McGee can say right now is...
Oh, dear.
As we join Fibber McGee and Molly.
How's it coming, McGee? Got many more toys to fix?
Many more to fix. My gosh, yes, about 150.
Altogether?
About 5 of them are all together. The other 145 are all apart. But I can do it. Now, look, you see this little music box? I think I got this fixed.
Oh, play.
Okay, well, I wind it up. Listen to this. Pretty, huh?
What was it?
Silent Night.
Look, dearie, doesn't Mother's eager little beaver think his bright little teeth are bitten off more than they can chew this time?
No, I got plenty of time. They don't have to be ready till the day before Christmas.
I've got a TL for you, McGee.
Huh?
This is the day before Christmas.
What? It is?
Sure.
Oh, my gosh, I gotta get busy. Hand me that chisel and a handful of nails. Thanks. Now, let me see. What'll I work on next?
How about this thirsty little coaster wagon with its tongue hanging out?
Needs a new front wheel. I thought maybe if I took the wheel off of this tricycle and made a bicycle out of it, then took the frame off the bicycle and made a scooter out of it, I could use the saddle for this hobby horse, which would give me an extra pair of handlebars, which I could use for, what could I make out of this fire? Well, I'll think of something. Hey, did you see how I fixed up this little toy carpet keeper?
No. Does it work?
Oh, I'll say it works. Look. You push it forward, picks up the dirt.
Amazing.
Pull it backwards, it throws the dirt out again. That way, the kid can use the same dirt all day long. Don't have to keep running outdoors for fresh dirt. I think that's a very good idea.
Come in. Well, for goodness sakes, Mr. Wimple.
Hello, folks.
Hi, Wimp, old man. You better not sit down any place unless you've been vaccinated against Paxall blades.
Well, I can't say but only it. My gracious, look at all the toys. Aren't you ashamed, Mr. McGee?
Yeah, what for?
Opening all your presents before Christmas?
Oh, those aren't his, Mr. Wimple. He's repairing them for children who might not otherwise get any. The school is in charge of distribution.
Isn't that nice? You must be very handy with tools, Mr. McGee.
You said it, boy. Why, when I was... Hey, what's that book you got under your arm there, Wimp? If that's zombie comics, can I borrow it when you get through?
No, this is just my bird book, Mr. McGee.
Your what, Mr. Wimple?
My bird book. I've been out watching birds today. I saw a barn swallow, and I'm going to write a nasty letter to the book publisher.
Wrong picture, Mr. Wimple?
No, they can't tell me a teensy-weensy little bird like that can swallow a barn.
They don't really eat barns, Wimp. They just peck the grain out of the wood. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell.
Well, anyway, I think I'm going to get my notes together and write my own bird book.
Does Mrs. Wimple go with you on those bird-watching expeditions, Mr. Wimple?
Oh, no. Sweet face. That's my big old wife. She doesn't. Oh, that reminds me, Mr. McGee. Have you got a shotgun I can borrow?
Why, certainly he has, Mr. Wimple. But do bird lovers go hunting?
Maybe not, Mrs. McGee. But this is just something I've been planning to do every Christmas for 10 years. I'm going to get up early in the morning.
You're going to murder his wife?
What?
No.
Yes, I am. I'm going to get up early in the morning and shoot Sweetie Face a wild duck for Christmas dinner. Merry Christmas.
Sure, that's what I mean.
Well, McGee, I don't like to nag, but hadn't you better get busy with those toys? You haven't much time left, you know.
My gosh, I haven't that. Now, let me see. I think I'll fix up this dollhouse. The roof sags like a restaurant pie. Hand me that hammer and I'll have this thing fixed before...
Excuse me, folks. I forgot my bird book. Oh, here it is.
He'd forget his head if it wasn't fastened on. And with Sweetie Face around, I'm surprised it still is.
Me too. Where's my hammer? I gotta fix this dollhouse.
Here, now, and be careful. You only have 7 good fingers left.
Okay. I can take care of it. Oh, I had a little rabbit, and I wish I had her still. She was good for 18 carats, so I called her Diamond Lil. Oh, there wasn't much there.
That's a dear.
Look at that dollhouse.
If I ever have any toys to be repaired, sweetheart, I hope I can remember to tear up your phone number.
This is discouraging, you know what? All them little kids depending on me to fix these toys, and here it is almost time to have them.
Come in. Oh, my goodness, Mrs. Carter. Do come in, Millicent.
How do you do, my dear? Good day, Miss McGee.
Hi, Carthy. Don't trip over that kitty car there. You're liable to wind up with your head through a drum.
Good heavens, what a tremendous lot of toys. Did they belong to your father?
His father? Why did you ask, Millicent?
Well, I just thought that no child could cause that much destruction in one generation.
These are not my toys, Millicent. And in the second place, I was not a destructive child. Why, I still got a little box camera I was given in 1913.
Does it still work, McGee?
Yeah, it works all right, but I don't use it. It's too dangerous.
Dangerous?
Yeah. Cuts everybody's head off.
But, what, may I ask, are you doing with all these toys, Miss McGee?
Well, the school collected them, Millicent, and McGee was to fix them up for the more unfortunate children.
Oh, what a splendid idea. I find myself revising my opinion of you, Mr. McGee. This is the side of your character I had not...
Oh, you'd be surprised, Millicent. His character has more strange sides than a Calypso album.
No, this is nothing any red-blooded American boy wouldn't have done if he stuck his big fat neck out like I did.
But what a tremendous job you have to do in such a short time, Mr. McGee. Well, this toy trumpet, for instance. Can you straighten this out?
Well, not knowing how to swing a trumpet in the first place, you probably wouldn't know when it was fixed, Millicent.
Oh, well, perhaps I can help. I once played trumpet in the orchestra at Wellesley. Let me take it.
Here, Carthy. Pucker up and have a go at the blues, sugar. I mean, the sugar blues. The sugar blues.
Sugar blues is more of a trombone number, Mr. McGee.
Oh.
I'll try the Crow Street rag. Although I'm afraid my embouchure is not what it was.
Oh, I don't know. With a fur coat on, it's
McGee!
Go ahead, Carthy.
Very well.
Jesus Christ.
Why, Millie, that was lovely.
My gosh, that trumpet don't need fixing. That's in fine shape.
Thank you. And now, if you'll excuse me, I must go down to the Maritime Union headquarters and get Mr. Carter's Christmas present.
To the Maritime Union for a Christmas present?
Yes, I'm getting him a new crew for his yacht. Well, Merry Christmas to both of you. Thank you.
You know, dearie, she's right. The time is awfully short to do much about these toys.
I know. Maybe if I work fast, I'll... Oh, my tools are no good. You know, look at them. The chisel is nicked, the pliers are falling apart, and the hammer is looser in the head than I am. I gotta get down to the hardware store quick and get some new tools. Where's my hat and coat? Where's that bait can I was hiding my money in?
Well, now, if you can't remember where you hide your money, dearie, I'm sure
I remember. It's right here behind the dictionary. Here it is. Well, I gotta get going. Well, I'll see you later. Goodbye.
Wait a minute, you didn't kiss me.
Huh? Oh. Goodbye.
Ah, there goes the good kid. And who does he think he's fooling?
Billy Mills in the orchestra and the parade of the wooden soldiers.
Somebody ought to put a Santa Claus suit on me and drop me down in the chimney of a blast. Oh, wait a minute, Steve. What are you going to tell her? Are you going to tell her you spent all your Christmas money for new toys? My gosh, I don't know. Well, you got to say something. Oh, yeah? The reason I got into this mess is by talking too much. I know, but what are you going to do now? Gee, I don't know. Well, think. I am thinking. The only thing to do is to stall, boy. Stall for time. Okay, that's my only option. I'll stall. Yeah.
Was the hardware store open?
Yeah, it was open.
That's nice. There's some hot coffee on the stove if you want some.
Thanks, kiddo. Why don't you ask me? Get it over with.
Here's a Christmas card from Aunt Sarah.
Oh, yeah, I bet there's postage due on it. That old dame was so tight she couldn't put on her hat without lifting herself off the floor.
Well, you got it wrong this time, sweetheart. You know what? She sent us a $500 check for Christmas.
What? She did? $500?
That's right. And she said if the Republicans are elected in 1948, she'll sign it.
Well, come on, McGee. Why don't you tell her, you big ape? You yellow or something? Molly, I got something to tell you.
All right, dearie. What is it?
Well...
Tell me later, McGee. Come in. Oh, for goodness sake, this is the mayor, McGee. Hello, Your Honor.
Good evening, Molly. Hello, McGee.
Hi, the trip, old man. Merry Christmas.
And the same to both of you. McGee, I just dropped by to tell you how grateful the school commissioners are for this toy mending project you've undertaken.
Oh, he loves doing it, Mr. Just get himself here a handful of tools and he'll chisel all day long.
Yeah, but on this toy deal, the trip...
Now, believe me, McGee, when Miss Yegley told me all about it, that you'd volunteered to repair all those toys, I was touched.
You were touched?
Just look how he fixed his coaster wagon, Mr. Mayor. He couldn't repair the wheels, so he put 4 holes in the bottom of them so 2 children with roller skates on could stick their feet through it. I thought it was very ingenious myself.
Yeah, but that was...
By the way, may I help deliver any of these things, McGee? How about this electric train? Is that finished?
Oh, he did a wonderful job rewiring that little train, Mr. Mayor. McGee, show the mayor how when you throw the signal switch, the train jumps the track and rolls over 3 times.
Oh, I'll have to admit I'm not much with electric stuff. I even get nervous handling a wire coating. But it don't matter now, sir, because what I
Yes. But as I say, McGee, I'll be glad to deliver any of this stuff for you. How about this sled?
No, Your Honor, I don't believe I...
No, not that sled, Latrell. You don't try to pick up that...
Don't talk nonsense, McGee.
No.
If the child can handle this, I'm sure I won't have any trouble. Oh, my back. I've broken my back.
Well, we warned you, Mr. Mayor.
What's that sled made of? Lead?
No. I was putting some new runners on it, Latrell, but the nails were too long and I nailed it to the floor. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's quite all right. I'll let you know how my X-rays come out. Merry Christmas.
Look at the poor man walking up the street, McGee, all bent over, like he was looking for 4-leaf clover.
Well, I told him not to pick up that sled, but this being not election time, he don't listen to the common people.
See, what was it you started to tell me before he came in?
Oh, yeah. Well, gee, I feel like a mug telling you this, Molly. Well, I was...
Stop smacking your foot on the carpet, Michelle.
Okay. Well, when I got downtown with my Christmas money...
Merry Christmas, Molly. Happy New Year, pal.
Hello, Mr. Wilcox. The same to you.
Rushing the season a little with that New Year's stuff, aren't you, Junior?
Well, I thought I'd throw that in early because I won't be seeing you next week.
Oh, that's right. You won't, will you? Sitting here next Tuesday night listening to Fred Waring. We'll miss you, Mr. Wilcox.
Thank you, Molly. Will you miss me too, pal?
I don't trust myself to talk, Junior. The very thought of you not dropping in here next Tuesday just kind of overwhelmed me.
Yeah, if he starts turning handsprings, Mr. Wilcox, you know it's strictly from grease.
I know what you mean. I think that's a great idea, though, bringing Fred Waring and that wonderful music of his back for a week.
Yeah, me and Molly and the people in Racine thought it would be kind of a nice New Year's greeting to everyone. We asked Fred to take over the Johnson Wax program for next week.
Mr. Waring and his Pennsylvanians will sort of express musically our New Year wish for our friends, Mr. Wilcox.
Well, I'm going to love it. Tuesday nights, I don't get much chance to listen anyhow to a good music. Oh, hey, look at all the toys. Say, I'll swap you a good jackknife for that musical top, pal. And I'll throw in a ball of kite string, too.
No deal, Junior. This stuff isn't mine. I've been trying to fix it up for the kids around town. Without much success, I might add.
You might indeed. Look at the dollhouse, Mr. Wilcox. He was fixing the roof on it and suddenly found his elbows in the basement.
That's because I'm a clumsy oaf. If I'd only kept my...
What are you doing, Mr. Wilcox?
Just writing a little note.
No.
Yeah, she's a little girl who gets this dollhouse. Mind if I shove it under the door here?
Not at all. Mind if we read it first?
Not at all. Go ahead.
Let's see. To the little girl who gets this lovely dollhouse, When you grow up and have a real house of your own, don't forget to keep it beautiful and clean with Johnson's wax products. Signed, a friend. Isn't that sweet?
A friend. My goodness. That's the first anonymous letter I ever saw that was constructive.
Yep. Well, I'll see you a week from Tuesday, folks. Happy Yuletide.
Same to you, Mr. Wilcox.
Old Waxy never quits, does he?
McGee, you started to tell me something, you know.
Oh, yeah. I was trying to tell you what... I feel awful about this, kiddo, but...
Was it something about the toys, dearie?
Yeah, it was, yeah. Now, look, when I took my Christmas money...
This is like reading a continued story in a monthly magazine. Come in.
Merry Christmas, my dear, and a cheery Yuletide greeting to you, too, Jingle Brain.
Hello, Dr. Gamble. Nice to see you.
Well, if it isn't the mortician's friend.
I never want to say that.
Hi, Sulphur Hustler.
What are you doing with all the toys, Beaver Bottom? Been hijacking Santa Claus?
Well, he undertook to repair them for some children for Christmas, Doctor.
You don't say. I'll have to tear up that article I was writing about him for the medical journal. Maybe he does have a heart.
I've paid you enough dough to listen to it, butcher boy. And what are you doing out on Christmas Eve? Not that your absence from the hospital is not a splendid gift to the sick.
Business a little dull, Doctor?
Yes, it is, rather. Ordinarily, I'm busy Christmas Eve pulling fat fathers out of fireplaces or treating them for burned noses. They never seem to learn that long white beards light up quicker than a cigarette. By the way, what are you two doing New Year's Eve?
Going to spend a quiet evening right here in front of the fireplace, Consul Peaker. Cracking jokes and walnuts.
Why? I have reservations at a nightclub if you care to join me.
Well, thank you so much, Doctor, but we want to stay in that night and listen to Fred Waring.
Fred Waring? Something special?
He's going to be on the air for Johnson's Wax next Tuesday night at the same time.
It's going to be a novelty for radio, Doctor, a singing program and spoken commercial.
That I shall have to hear. I'll tear up my reservations and join you if I may.
Pray do, Doctor. And bring your medicine bag. I always eat too much caramel popcorn on New Year's Eve.
I'll be there with full equipment, button. Although I'll probably be called out a few times during the evening.
Really, Doctor?
Yes, New Year's Eve, you know. People forget that slow gin and fast cars can be a poisonous combination. As the head gets lighter on the neck, the foot gets heavier on the accelerator. Well, Merry Christmas.
Drinking and driving is illegal.
Now that we got a minute alone, Molly, look. Remember when I grabbed that bait can with my dough in it and ran down to the hardware store?
Yes.
Well, the fact is, Oh, this is going to make me look like an awful fool.
Now, sweetheart, when you fumble that installment wedding ring on my finger, I took it for better or for worse. Mostly it's been for the better, so you might as well average it up.
Okay. Here's the situation. When I realized
See, maybe you better write me an inter-office memo.
Yeah.
Conversationally, we're not getting any place. Come in.
Oh, well. Hi, Teeny.
Hi, Mister. Hi, Miss McGee.
Teeny's the one who talked me into fixing all these toys, Molly.
Yes, I know.
This? I owe you an explanation.
See, mister, you don't know anybody anything, I bet you.
Huh?
I just heard it too when I saw those toys. Oh, boy. Are they ever super, though? Just like new. Thanks ever so much, mister.
Well, I got to do it sometime, I guess. Those toys are new. I bought them and had them sent over there.
Oh, you mean you couldn't fix the old ones, mister? Couldn't you?
No, I couldn't. As a toy repairman, I'm about as handy as a turtle at a taffy pull. I flopped the assignment, Sid.
You did not, I bet you. You were wonderful. Miss Yeagley was so happy she cried.
You did?
Huh?
I said she did.
She was.
Hi.
Oh.
Miss Yeagley.
I know it. She said to thank you ever so much, mister.
That's okay, Sid. Molly, that's what I've been trying to tell you.
Yes, I know, but what took you so long?
Oh, my gosh. I feel like a chump. I had to use the money I was saving for your Christmas present.
Oh, gee.
And you know what? When I opened that bait can, I found I had almost twice as much money saved as I thought.
Yes, dearie, I knew what you were up against, so I took the money I was going to buy your present with and put it in with yours.
What? You mean you knew I... Oh, but Molly, you won't get any presents.
Well, neither will you.
Huh?
And I think it's the nicest Christmas we ever had.
It ain't bad at that, is it?
Hey, can I bring the boys in now, mister?
Huh? What boy?
The same boys that always sing for you on Christmas.
Oh, God.
Hey, Johnny, Ratty, Buddy, Kenny, come on in, kid.
Merry Christmas.
Ah, dear, those kids haven't grown an inch since last night.
Now, you sit down there, Miss McGee. And Miss McGee, you sit over there. No, not at the piano. We're going to use that. All right, boys. Are you ready? And a 1, and a 2, and a 3. Was the night before Christmas and all through the house? Not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with prayers, in hope that Saint Nicholas soon would be there.
Children were nestled all warm in their wee little beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their wee little heads. Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap have just settled down for a
I wanted to get off hand. That coin was pissing me off. Until you were ready to get off an hour before you did.
Went out on the lawn, there rose a big clatter. I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters, threw open the sash. What to my wondering I should appear by the miniature sleigh and a tiny reindeer. With a little old driver full lively and quick, and I knew right away that it must be St. Nick. For bundle his fur from his head to his foot, old Santa was covered with ashes and soot. I threw in my head and was turning around when down the chimney he came with a
His eyes, how they twinkle. His dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses. His nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow. The beard on his chin was as white as the snow.
The stump of a little old pipe he held high in his teeth, and smoke went around and around and around his head like a ring. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and a laugh when the joy was mine myself. He had a broad face, and a little round belly, that just when he laughed, like a bowl full of jelly. He gave me a wink of his eye, and the twist of his head. The chuckle and the smile I knew all the while had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and filled all the stockings. Then turned with a dip, and laid a finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod up the chimney he He sprang to his sleigh, to his feet, gave up his home, and away they all flew like the top of a football. But I heard him exclaim, and he called out of sight, Merry Christmas to all, and to all, good night.
NBC, the National Broadcasting Company.
This is Chicago WMAQ at 9 p.m.
From the Johnson Wax people and from Fibber McGee and Molly, a sincere good wish for your new year, expressed in music by Fred Waring and his Pennsylvanians. It's New Year's Eve, the night of music, celebration, and the makers of Johnson's Wax products for home and industry present a brilliant half hour of music with Fred Waring and his Pennsylvanians. Play, 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 play! Sing, 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 sing! Whack, 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 whack! And here's your host, ready, riding, and shining for Johnson's Wax, Fred Waring.
Hello, everybody. Hello, and thanks for coming. That was Bill Bivens who greeted you, and this is Fred Waring with 67 Pennsylvania noisemakers and music we hope you'll all enjoy. We're proud that the Johnson's Wax Company invited us to pinch hit for Fibber McGee and Molly and bring this special New Year's greeting to their vast family of friends across the nation. This is a happy reunion for the Pennsylvanians, having been with you and the Johnson's Wax people all last summer. So come to the party, everybody. It's a night of reservations and resolutions. Fun without reservations, and as far as resolutions are concerned, bring your own so you can break them early. Our own resolution tonight, anyway, is just a plain, complicated, zip-dee-doo-dah. Molly enjoyed that, sitting at home this New Year's Eve with Fibber as he cracks jokes and walnuts. Now, Bill Bivens, make Harlow Wilcox proud of you.
Well, just a few words to say about the coming New Year. If you'd like to make your kitchen a brighter, more cheerful place to work in all next year, remember that good old friend of your floors, Johnson's Self-Polishing Glow Coat. Regular Glow Coat care not only gives your linoleum a really beautiful shine, it freshens up the colors, brings out the original gay pattern, makes your whole kitchen clean and bright. You know, of course, how easy Glow Coat is to use. Just apply it, then let it dry. That's all. There's no rubbing or buffing. Glow Coat shines as it dries. Remember that in 1947, will you? For brighter floors and a brighter kitchen, Johnson's Self-Polishing Glow Coat.
Broadway's birthday. Tonight, and on no other night of the year, the roar of the city has a special meaning. Its rhythm, an invitation to excitement. Its words, an invitation to gaiety. Your Manhattan Serenade.
From Manhattan, the rolling rumble of the subway, a million lights are all aglaze. The rush of traffic in the climber, the crowd of people in Times Square. A happy New Year's in the air. Broadway on its birthday makes you part of it. Makes you feel it, takes you to the heart of it.
Let's watch the sun around the time. We'll see the world go by. Let's listen for the midnight chime. The old dear dying
Let's try not to sigh for things that used to be. Rise up, keep your eyes up for the things to be. So we send you our love to the melody of music, the madness that makes our Manhattan
Should old acquaintance be forgot? New Year's Eve does bring memories of old times, doesn't it? Pennsylvania spent so many with you.
How many, Fred?
How many? Why, Bill?
Not to embarrass you, but
What isn't that? I just hadn't... Fred Cully, how many New Year's Eves have we worked together?
are you kidding?
No. How many?
Well, let's see. My oldest daughter graduated from college in...
Would you settle for 20?
That's conservative.
That's diplomacy.
So all these years, while people were running up and down Broadway with paper hats and horns, why, you folks have been playing somewhere all lang syne.
Always. Listen, Bill. Hear that? Know what it is?
Why, sure, it's New Year's Eve on Broadway.
1 million people being happy. You know why?
Why? Do I know why they're happy?
Yes.
Well, Fred, it's to say that they're...
I don't either, but I thought I'd find out.
How?
Just get down and ask me.
You mean go right down there to Times Square?
Yes.
Tonight?
Yes, right now. Let's go. For 20 years we sing Old Lang Syne, and now we gotta find out why.
and ever brought back to mind. No, don't forget acquaintances, and never forget birthdays.
Bill, here's some youngsters harmonizing. Let's ask them.
Well, why not? Hey, kids, you're singing. We're Fred Waring, and we,
Yeah? So? Well, we were enjoying your traditional Scottish air.
Our what?
Your application of the modern harmonic idiom to traditional balladry air.
Well, I'll tell you, mister. In the early Caraffa of the Saurophone, the best minds hold a tenor fellow not a friend named Perrine on the Sister Rocheline's line. Now, can we sing?
Sing.
big chairs in the window there. My feet hurt. I want to sit down.
Don't go in there, Bill. That's the Union League Club. Here comes the butler.
Oh, I don't care what it is. I got it.
Gentlemen, what is it you wish?
Well, we're Fred Waring, and
we want to know how you're celebrating New Year's Eve.
Personally, I have a small red horn, which I sound at 30-minute intervals. The gentlemen, however, are listening to a music hall with 2 pianos.
Look up there in front of that record shop. That's something.
Hey, girls dancing. Man, are they having a time.
Hey, girls. Oh, girls.
Hi, Squares. What goes?
Well, we're Fred Waring.
Oh, I can't feel it. The most old Pastor Cass. Let's see his eggs toast. Take it from the top, mister.
Well, we want to know what you're celebrating.
Don't be an E flat. New Year's, don't. 1947. What do you want? 1927?
Come to think of it, maybe you got something there.
Roseland, isn't it?
That's right. Probably the most famous dance spot in America.
Oh, my aching dogs. Listen, I couldn't drag 1 foot after...
Willie Bivens, where did you come from?
Well, looky here now, doggone. If it ain't little Sally Washington down home. Happy little old New Year, honey.
And me just pining for a dance in Mayan.
Well, honey, that's don't you find no more.
Should old acquaintance be forgotten?
feet are killing me, Fred.
Ah, stop, Bill. In here where the light's burning. It's an old friend. That shoemaker in New York.
Well, now he ought to have a place to sit down.
He has. Hello, Jim.
Hello, Fred. Come in.
We're
Bill business, and we'd like to sit down.
Yourself. Throw the cat out of the big chair.
Thanks.
Man, oh, man.
You're not celebrating this year, Jim?
Me? Sure I'm celebrating. Look, I got paper streamers, new calendar, radio going.
Oh, I mean outside. Crowds, trick hats, horns.
Not anymore, Fred. Last 2 years I've sort of celebrated inside, I guess you'd call it.
Oh, we've been trying all evening to find out what people are so happy about.
Of course they didn't know.
No? Do you? What are you celebrating with your paper streamers and your new calendar?
Oh, a lot of little things that mean something. Nothing you'd write a song about. Love or world peace. Things like little tulips, maybe.
Tulips? You, Jim?
Yeah, tulips. Kid brought me some bulbs from Holland. Me, I never seen one before, so I looked them up. They grow red and yellow, white. You can't tell by the bulbs. They all look alike. But the kid says they're tulips, and the book says that's how they look. So I picked a spot in the alley back of the shop and put them in. You know, Fred, I think about them tulips all the time. Thinking how they're going to look, wondering which will be which.
So you're the tulip king of 8th Avenue, and you celebrate.
Tonight? Yeah. New Year's Eve is like that, like them bulbs. Sure, maybe in April I'll have to dig them up and find them still looking like a dime's worth of dried onions. But tonight they're red, yellow, white. Midnight tonight don't separate different years any more than any other year. But being people, we've got to have a beginning and an end to things. So we fixed ourselves a brand new beginning every year. New bulbs. Another chance for the fine red and yellow and white things we wanted and didn't get. Can't you see, Fred? Those people out there aren't silly or crazy. They're celebrating the finest thing God ever gives us. A new hope for tomorrow.
A new hope for tomorrow.
When you walk through a storm, keep your chin up high, and don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of the storm, in a golden sky, and the sweet
Bivens for Johnson's Wax.
Thank you, Fred. I would like to remind our audience about the excellent protection that Johnson's no-rubbing, no-buffing glow coat gives to linoleum and other floors. I do know that about anything else, you want your floors to look nice. Of course, glow coat is wonderful for giving your floors a really bright shine. But you see, the same lovely glow coat shine that gives your floors such beauty also protects them against wear and scuffing shoes. So, with regular glow coat care, your linoleum keeps new looking years longer. This wax protection saves you work, too. Spilled things and dirt wipe up so easily and quickly. Try Johnson's self-polishing glow coat, won't you? It's easy to apply. There's no rubbing or buffing. It shines as it dries. In 20 minutes, your floors are all ready to walk on and shining beautifully.
All of us with our paper hats and horns are up here singing Auld Lang Syne. 2 years does mean a new hope for, as Jim would put it, the fine red and yellow and white things we've wanted and haven't had. Let's hope they lie just ahead and beyond the blue horizon.
Beyond the blue horizon waits a beautiful day. Goodbye to things that bore me. Joy is waiting for me. I see a blue horizon. My life has only begun. Beyond the blue horizon lies a rising star. From the darkness into dawn, from the rain to the rainbow, fly with me. Run, run, all my grief and woe, no matter where I go, if I am free. My life has only begun. Beyond the blue horizon lies the rising sun.
This is Fred Waring. Thanks again for coming. Here's to your very happy New Year, and we're glad the Johnson's Wax people called on us to express it musically for them. Fibber McGee and Molly, Don Quinn, and all of the folks at 79 Wistful Vista. Fibber and Molly will be back answering the door chime next week at the same time. And when you care to call on us, we're on the air every morning over NBC. Now the low bow goes to the arrangers Simeon, Ringwald, Adrian Gerhardt, soloist Gordon Goodman, Jack Joff, Jane Wilson, Maureen Gerhardt, and all the Pennsylvanians. May there be music, gladness, and all good things in your new year. May it be tops. And as for us, all through 1947, we're going to ride, drive, ride.
It's the next 100 years.
Good night and Happy New Year.
This is Bill Bivens speaking for the makers of Johnson's Wax Products of Home and Industry, inviting you to tune in Fibber McGee and Molly as usual next Tuesday night. Good night.
This is NBC, the National Broadcasting Company.
Chicago, WMAQ.
The Johnson Wax Program with Fibber McGee and Molly. The makers of Johnson's Wax Products for Home and Industry present Fibber McGee and Molly with Bill Thompson, Gail Gordon, Arthur Q. Bryan, and me, Harlow Wilcox. The script is by Don Quinn and Phil Leslie. Music by the King's Men and Billy Mills Orchestra. Times certainly changed. Do you remember how our grandmothers tried to keep linoleum floors clean by continually scrubbing them, and how they used to litter the floor with newspapers while it was drying? It was an awful mess. And what did that scrubbing accomplish anyway? With hard work, it never perfected the linoleum. In fact, in time, cracks appeared. The linoleum slipped and had to be renewed. But that was before the days of Johnson's self-polishing glow coat. You'll never have a floor problem again once you start protecting your kitchen floors with this easy-to-use wax floor polish. Glow coat needs no rubbing or buffing. It's self-polishing. It dries in 20 minutes, leaving your floors sparkling with beauty and thoroughly wax protected against scratches, dirt, and wear. Its colors clear and fresh. And floors are so easy to keep looking nice with glow coat. Try it, won't you? But look, for a really bright shine, be sure to use Johnson's self-polishing glow coat. They say that homing pigeons flying over a radio tower get confused and lose their way. That's what they get for being so nosy. The smarter pigeons stay home and listen to the radio in their own little nest. In this case, the nest is at 79 Wistful Vista. And our little feathered friends are Fibber McGee and Molly.
Boy, this new radio is sure an improvement over our old one, isn't it, Molly?
Almost has to be, Billy. All we could get on the old one was static. And then only under favorable conditions.
Well, it's one to lose, kiddo. Wonderful tone, spurs the bell. Listen to it.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Whoopsie, doopsie, doopsie, placy, bright and washy day. Oh!
Let's throw it out and use the old one.
Oh, I can get better stuff. I had Fred Waring this morning in the 76 Pennsylvania.
He has 67, dear.
Sounds like 76 on this radio. Now, let me see. I think WVR...
Now the thrilling chapter of Esther Marblehead's Dilemma. Will Esther marry Clint Doppelwhite, bubblegum salesman? Or will she go back to running the Badger game with her schoolgirl sweetheart, Black Label Bart?
That's an interesting program if you don't take it too seriously.
I like it. Everybody in it has so much grease it makes my life look pretty rosy.
One time
Tune in again tomorrow at the same time for another juicy bunch of Wife in the Raw. Brought to you by a sponsor who naturally prefers to remain anonymous. Your announcer is Bushmouth Flipwell, who was born in 1902, so he can be with you at this more convenient time.
Isn't that a swell tone, Molly? Best radio set we ever had.
Why do they call them sets, Billy? They're all in one piece.
Well, they didn't used to be. My first radio set was 2 yards of bakelite with 18 dials, 3 batteries, a Morning Glory horn, 4 headphones, and a pair of overshoes.
Overshoes? What were they for?
So I could run next door in the winter and tell the neighbors I had England on the short way.
Heavenly days. Did you really tune in England?
No, I just thought I had them. There was some stuff that looked like tea running out of the radio, but it was only a melted wire. Now, let me see. There ought to be a newscast about now.
Now for the local news brought to you by Capistrano, the root beer with the swallows that come back. Capistrano root beer has that extra tangy goodness which is so good at parties, on picnics, and used in squirt guns against vicious dogs.
Come on. Give us the news.
And now, news. The greatest manhunt the city has seen in years is being pressed throughout the downtown area this morning. In an effort by city, state, and county police to corner the 4 desperados who shot their way out of state prison, leaving a total of 4 dead and 3 wounded.
My God.
Isn't that terrible?
In a running gun battle with city police early today, the gunmen abandoned their getaway car near the railroad yard and are believed to be in hiding on the south side of town.
They ought to drag out the phone.
Throw out the drag.
These escaped convicts are desperate killers, and the police department urgently requests that women and children stay off the streets until they're captured.
Why should anybody want to capture the women and children?
He means the desperados.
Oh. Just imagine 4 desperate killers loose in wishful distance. I won't sleep a wink tonight,
I wonder if I ought to go down and volunteer my services to the police.
My hero.
On the other hand, my first duty is to stay here and protect you.
My husband.
Although if I got... Maybe, though, if I got out my own shotgun.
My goodness.
Don't go to the door, Molly. Don't answer. It might be them criminals.
Why should they go around ringing doorbells? This isn't Halloween. Come in. You see, dear, you told me Mr. Wimple.
Hello, folks.
Hi, Wimp. Hey, you hadn't ought to be out on the streets today, don't you know that?
On account of the way I look, this black eye and all these bruises and everything.
Well, now that you speak of it, Mr. Wimple, you are sort of banged up, aren't you?
Did them desperados do it?
No, Mr. McGee. Please say Please say that's my big old wife.
Yeah, we know. But why'd you do that?
He was driving along in the car, and I was driving, and I see faces in the back seat. She kept saying, Wallace, get going. Wallace, slow down. Wallace, look out for that truck. Wallace, be careful.
Yeah, and then what?
Well, I finally turned around and said, anytime you get tired, honey, I'll drive the car. Next thing I knew, I was in the back of the drugstore drinking ammonia.
You'd better be careful, Wimp. There's 4 killers loose in town. Desperate murderers. They'll bump you off on sight.
Are they all men?
Well, yes, they are.
He's afraid of just men. I'm going out in the woods with my bird book, and I'd like to see anybody stop me.
With your what, Wimp?
My bird book. I'm going out and watch birds.
Mr. Wimple, is there any real future in bird watching? What do you expect to get out of it?
Well, eventually, I hope to go into business with my brother, Mr. McGee. He's a storekeeper.
Storekeeper, eh? What does he sell?
He doesn't sell anything. He keeps storks. Sells the buyers.
Storekeeper. My God.
Turn the radio on again, McGee. I want to see what's happening.
Okay, but I hope they don't call for volunteers to help catch them mugs. I'd feel I had to go. Me being a war veteran. In World War I. The big war.
Go ahead, turn it on.
Okay, well, I hope they corner us.
Way out of a police trap near the post office and escaped in a stolen car. All roads leading out of the city are being blocked, and a posse of citizens is being formed at the city hall.
Boy, I'd join that posse in a minute if I didn't have to go to New York on business.
What business?
I don't know, but I'll think of something.
Police Commissioner has just issued a plea for all able-bodied war veterans and retired police officers to come to City Hall immediately armed if possible. Keep tuned to this station for breaks.
Oh, able-bodied isn't right. Well, it's like I'd have to do my duty.
Oh, no, not do. Those men are dangerous. Why, you might, no.
Come to think of it, able-bodied means hardly help. That ingrown toenail I got on my left foot. Hey, what am I saying? You wouldn't want me to be a coward, would you? Or would you?
No, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't, eh? You don't put up much of a fight, do you? Oh, where's my double-barrel shotgun? My gosh, I loaned that gun to Wimple just before Christmas, didn't I? I can't go. No shotgun.
He brought it back last night.
What? Why, that's good little... I'll never lend him anything again as long as I live. Well, where is...
Right here in the hall closet.
I really ought to stay home and clean out that closet.
Billy Mills and the orchestra and Canadian Capers.
Double-barreled shotgun, box of shells, air raid warden's helmet, mess kit, pair of handcuffs.
Handcuffs? Where on earth did you get some handcuffs?
They come with that box of magic tricks. Remember the time I put on the magic act at the Elks Club and I had somebody lock me in these handcuffs? And I had the key hidden in my mouth where I could drop it into my hand, and Doc Gamble slapped me on the back and said, "Good luck, boy," and I swallowed the key. Remember?
Yes, I do. And how did you get out of the handcuffs?
Held up my arms, let them slide down to my shoulders, and took them off over my hip.
Why, McGee, that's impossible.
Not if you know magic. Now, mister, better take a flashlight.
McGee, now, you're not going to stay out after dark with those desperados in town.
Of course, if you're worried, Snoopy, I'll stay home. You are worried, aren't you? Okay, I'll stay home.
No, dear. I won't have you making any such sacrifice for me. You go join the posse.
I know what I'll do. I'll call the police. I'll tell them I'll take charge of this district. My headquarters will be right here, and if they want me for anything, they can come.
Come in. Oh, hello, Dr. Gamble. Do come in.
Hello, my dear. How are you today, turtle brain?
Hi, Sidney Cooper. How's everything in the world of medicine, as if you'd know? Your medical education having ended when you discovered that baldness was caused by lack of hair.
McGee, now, don't talk that way to the doctor. He's forgotten more than you ever remember.
Let him talk, my dear. He fascinates me. How a man with a brain so small can talk so big is something I like to puzzle over on long winter evenings.
The evenings wouldn't seem so long, Melon Belt, if you get married. Why don't you and Peachy Tremaine get hitched?
McGee, now, it's really none of our business, you know. But why didn't you ever get married, Doctor?
I've been trying to find a woman with whom no other woman could find any fault. It's about as foolproof a way to stay single as any I know.
Well, as long as you got no responsibilities, Skin Grafter, why don't you get down to City Hall and join the posse?
What posse?
Heavenly days, didn't you hear the news, Doctor? There are 4 escaped convicts hiding out on the south side, and the police are asking all able-bodied men to help find them.
Able-bodied, Bargit. Means being able to cross your legs without using a block and tackle. Which lets you out.
Look, custard muscle.
Remarks about other people's physical condition come badly from you. You yourself have the fresh, ruddy complexion of a soiled tennis ball. Yeah, but your chest is flatter than a sharecropper's wallet.
Yeah, but he only...
Your lungs are so full of nicotine they won't even let you blow up the balloons for the Elks party. Oh, your arches are flatter than yesterday's beer, and if you were ever boiled down for fat, you'd make enough cheap soap to scour the Lincoln Highway from Turkey Run, Indiana to Buffalo Hump, Wyoming.
Oh, now listen, I don't...
Furthermore, if you'll excuse the interruption, my dear.
That's all right.
Little Scorpion face here has about as much resilience as a flophouse mattress and the dynamic energy of cold oatmeal. Shall I continue, Wagon Tongue, or does that give you a faint idea of your limitations?
Did you say you didn't know anything about those escaped convict doctors or the big manhunt?
No, but that's hardly surprising. I delivered 4 babies before breakfast, did 3 tonsillectomies before lunch, and x-rayed a bear just before I left the hospital.
You